Well, hello there. I hope everybody can hear me. Well, that's a little late, but I hope everybody can hear me. What's up? What's up? What's up? Here we are, a Saturday. We done had some fights today. It's abnormal for some of us. We're used to having our fights at night. So here we are. I hope everybody enjoyed their Saturday, child. We're gonna get into the card. Oh my goodness, my goodness. What is one to do with all of these boxes? I don't know. I don't know, man. Anyway, happy Saturday to everybody who can hear the sound of my voice. If you are in the building or in the bushes, please make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you are interacting with the conversation. Just giving your feedback one way or the other. We are going to talk about a variety of things today, mainly the card that took place earlier. Now, I will be honest, I did only catch two fights on that card. I was out and about, but I was like, I wanted to get home because I wanted to see Conor Ben and Regis because, yesterday I told y'all that Conor Ben looked at like, death becomes her on that damn scale. So I wanted to see, how him and his weight cut would do against Regis and his bum knee. Just an FYI, it turns out Eddie wasn't lying about the injury, but we're gonna talk about that, chat. But I did want to see that. I was interested in that, and I did wanted to see how Tyson Fury did, on such after such a hiatus, how he would look coming back. And if y'all watch the entire card, y'all can let me know. But from what I came in and from what I saw, uh, mm, child, mother ran some lights to get here to watch that. Please, child. But we're gonna get into that a little bit. But it's not really much news since yesterday, but I did see a few things that I do want to give my just my thoughts on, just simply because I feel like it. And more importantly, because I think that is just the most outrageous things that I've ever seen in my damn life. Right? So for starters, and we just gonna, mention this because I'm a deep fry this nigga in a minute. But Shakur Stevenson says he is untouchable, baby. He say can't nobody whoop him, honey. And I know all his fans are just chomping at the bit to say, well, Jack Queen ain't nobody beat him yet. He ain't fought no damn body neither. But I'll get into that. And if y'all want some smoke, I'll drop the link. It's nothing. I am pressure. Don't get it fucked up. Okay. But anyway, that and then I did see what I told y'all would happen is starting to happen, and it's happening rather quickly, although most of us who can read a damn room kind of saw this writing on the wall. Richardson Hitchens, now all of a sudden he want to fight everybody under the damn sun. We're gonna get into this nigga too. But before I do all of that, I do want to congratulate my pups that fought last night and early. And I just want to tell them congratulations. I have a couple of their snippets. I hope I was able to get keeps because my little program child, they be acting like I don't pay them sometimes. They don't even be wanting to upload my stuff for me. So we might got to do a ghetto style today. But first, I think I was able to do Brian. So did I get Brian? I got a snippet of Brian. And then we'll just go on his Instagram to see Keith because I do want y'all to see he did get him a stoppage, honey. Both of them did amazing. But let's start with Brian, my little baby.
Carry on, carry on. There you go. There you go. I'm the fucking best, bro.
Child, they ain't know what hit him. They ain't know what hit him. My little baby got in that ring, honey. Yes, honey. Yes, he is a new signing to do, but not really sure how I feel about that. But he does graduate now to 22-0. He did knock Eduardo down in the first round, and I think they were finished by the fifth. So shout out to my little homie. You know what I'm saying? He definitely got that dog mentality. He's definitely out here. He grinding, he hustling, and he on his way up. Let's go. He's definitely on his way up, and what I'm saying, he's taking all comers. So we're gonna see what's next for him. Hopefully he stays active over there, which we know he's gonna have to. Underneath Zuffa, like I said, the little homie Keith won last night too. Let me see. Because like I told you, this thing was acting janky to mother, honey. Like I don't pay them. Do me any kind of way. Let me see. I'm gonna have to do ghetto style, y'all. I'm so sorry. Y'all know I am way more organized than this. I don't know why this program acting like I ain't paid them no money. What you want me to upload all my stuff? Nasty work, honey. Let me see. But yeah, he had a first round stoppage, if I'm not mistaken. How do I get to, because I saved it. How do I get to my saved stuff from here? Oh, here we go. Okay. I made sure I saved my little baby stuff because I wanted to make sure I did speak about it. He did amazing also last night. First round. I mean, listen, y'all know how some people be like, man, I couldn't even get in my seat good before he went up in there and did what he had to do. But listen, if they don't belong in the ring with you, get their ass up out of there. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we moving on this side. But let me see. Okay. I'm so sorry. This is so good. So, honey. Mother does not like to get on this. Let me see. Okay. Can y'all see the screen? Just let me know if y'all can see the screen. Maybe I can see the screen. Oh, probably if I move this picture, jab, right? That would be better. But just a little homie, he had himself a first round knockout last night too. So shout out to Keith Cologne. As y'all can see, he plays no game. He another little vicious one. But he graduates to 10-0 with 10 knockouts. So definitely a rising star. Him and Breon, they're heavily supported by Nork's own Shakur Stevenson. So, I mean, you can do worse as a support system, if I'm being honest. But shout out to both of them for sure. Last night was amazing for both of them. I cannot wait to see, what the future holds for each of these young men. Get in there with some, as they grow, of course. You don't want to throw them in there right now and derail their career or, ruin their confidence. But obviously, as they, start to collect more wins under their belts, they'll start to, step it up in competition. And then, we'll build a mega fight for both of them. That's what it's all about, building their profile to put them in these major fights and in these major events so that they can make the most money possible for them. So shout out to both of them. Both of them are winners last night, and both of them they ain't scared to get in there and shake shit up. So that's what I love about the younger generation. That didn't seem to translate to, I guess, this middle generation after I don't know, after Mayweather and them, they kind of took a hiatus with this generation we got going on now. But luckily we got some young hungry lions that are coming up and that are willing to get in there and shake shit up. So shout out to the ones that are coming up for sure. All the ones coming out of the amateurs, all the ones just starting to build their name and build their resume. Shout out to them for sure. Because we're gonna get us some new blood out here, okay? That's really ready to shake some shit up. Because I don't know about y'all, but I am tired of these Negroes. Okay? That is for sure a damn fact. Yeah, 10 victories, Flatbush. You on his way. You know what I'm saying? 10-0 with 10 knockouts. That ain't a bad damn step. That ain't a bad damn step at all. So yeah. Yep. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna get down on anybody's situation. Yeah, for sure. So now listen, that was from last night. And then today we had what we had. But before we go into that, I did tell y'all that Richardson Hitchens with his tired ass had the, and I'm gonna play a little bit of this interview too that he did, discussing Zufa and how he felt that it was a good opportunity for him. And look, yo, like I told y'all last night, some of them I felt like probably did need to go over there, like for instance Edgar Berlanga, and we're gonna play his little clip too. They over there, honey child, get them some knee pads. But I guess they're appreciative, so I can't really say that. But um, y'all know I just gotta pop my shit. But first, before we get there, we gonna circle the block on this nigga right here. Let me tell y'all something, right? And I hope he has some of his fans watching me because I just feel I'm feeling feisty today, right? But more importantly, after I read this article, I was disgusted, right? And I realized that I am in I guess I'm living in a delusion driven world, right? Where there are a lot of soft niggas in this world. I'm just gonna come right out and say, like, cause I just feel like we're at this point in the game where we know each other, right? Like we almost family, y'all. I feel like I could talk to y'all for real, for real. It's some real soft ass shit going on around here, right? And I'm just not feeling it. It's a lot going on that's unnecessary. It's a lot of niggas feeling themselves, and I'm trying to figure out how or why, you know? So let's unpack this, if y'all will, right? So obviously we know, the fight. He always got to make himself known, seen, and everything when somebody else got something going on. I noticed that about him too, right? Or, and he just did another interview, which I might do a video about it. I might not. Listen, I'm sick of him, to be honest with y'all, right? But I need him to pump his brakes because he did. I don't know if that interview dropped today or yesterday, whatever, right? But he did another interview, and he said, and word by word, if I'm not mistaken, what did he say? They can't mess with me, or there's no fighter in the world that could beat me. That's what he said. He said there's no fighter in the world that could beat me. Now, before I completely just whatever, they all supposed to feel like that, right? Like I'm not even mad about that, right? Because most of them are supposed to feel like that. I mean, let's be honest, you must be half crazy. You chose to get punched in your face for a living. You got to be half damn crazy, right? So, believing in yourself, I'm sure is half the battle. Mentally, you have to have some sort of mental solitude, right, in order to progress in this sport. Like I get all that. I don't have a problem with that, right? But then it's just like when you think about it, right? And I want to be clear about something, right? Because we're going to be fair. And I always try to be fair, even though y'all know I really just don't like him. But I will be fair to him, right? Shakur Stevenson, for all accounts, right? You can say that he is a generational talent, right? There is an argument to that, right? So we're not going to pretend. We're not going to, we're not just going to completely just, poop all over the boy because he is talented or he would have been beaten already, right? But there's a fine line between talented and scary. I said it. Yeah, it's a very fine line, right? The man is 25-0 with what he got, 10 or 11 knockouts, right? He is a four-division world champion. His defense is elite, right? His footwork, excuse me, right? He has a pretty good jab, right? But in my opinion, and this is my opinion, right? Straight up and down, no special effects, right? He does see the ring, he sees his ways around the ring, probably in ways that most fighters can't process or, just don't, right? But I'm not going to say that he has the most elite of IQs because he's also been on record saying he doesn't know completely how to cut a ring off, and that is a part of an IQ, is it not? So, although he is very skilled, his defense is probably unmatched. He leaves much to be desired when it comes to a full circle fighter, in my opinion, right? But nevertheless, he is a four-division champion, right? So we can't take that from him. It will be in the history books. It is what it is, right? Now the IQ, like I said, he is 20. He's 28. He's been boxing since he's been a child, so obviously he has some sort of ring IQ, right? But when he made that statement, right? And I'm gonna tell you why it irritated me so much. He made the statement when obviously they were talking about Teofimo Lopez and you know, how after that fight, there's no fighter in the world that could beat him, right? And I told you I don't have a problem with statements like that in general. But when you tie that to a specific opponent and a specific match, right? After you've been on numerous platforms stating how you've been watching him for years, right? How it's like wildly known and understood that maybe Teofimo Lopez might have peaked with the Loma fight, right? And this is not people now all of a sudden Tio ain't trash. People been saying this. Y'all just ain't been listening, right? Or y'all hear what y'all want to hear in retrospect for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't even care, right? But we have to stop lying. We have to stop making up stuff. We have to raise the goddamn bar. Like, since when is it you have one name on your resume and all of a sudden you go into the Hall of Fame? Like, when did that become a thing? Like, I genuinely want to know, right? It's like this generation of boxers, even though some of them are extremely talented, even though some of them are very, very good, I feel like they do not push themselves because they're scared to lose. That's just the generation that we're in, I guess, with social media. No one wants to be a meme, right? No one wants to be a highlight reel. And I completely understand that. But yo, when you decided to sign up for this and you decided to put those gloves on, like, what did you do it for? Did you do it because you're clout chasing, just the fame of being a boxer, or because you really wanted to test yourself and see how great you could really be? Because that's not what I see when I look at his career, right? Like I said, I'm not going to completely just annihilate the boy, but I am going to tell y'all this: beating Teofimo Lopez, right? Even in the way that you beat him, even some of the things you said after you beat him, to me does not say to me, oh, you can go hang him up. You got nothing else left to prove in the sport of boxing. No, my nigga, from where I'm sitting, you just getting warmed up. We've been waiting on you. We've been waiting on you to finally put a reputable name on your damn resume. Because see, you talk a lot of shit, but you don't back it up. And yeah, some of y'all can say, well, he keeps winning, so that's backing it up. Okay, I see your bar is set pretty low too. And if that's what you like, then that's what you like. But I'm telling you right now, he's never going to reach the stardom that he has created in his damn mind for himself if he does not, one, continue taking oppositions that people want to see you fight. You just fought a name, finally, right? Do not go back to fighting the nigga that delivers my groceries from Instacart. I don't want to hear that. We done with that, right? Once you stepped in that ring with Teofimo Lopez and you became the ring champion at 4 divisionals, and we done with that, yo. We done with that. We're not accepting that no more. We're not rocking with that no more. Stop being scary. In the words of your very own brother, the shit is enough, yo. We've heard enough. We've had enough. And quite frankly, it's either put up or shut up. Stop chasing Gervonta Tank Davis. You claim you a boogeyman. You claim niggas don't want to fight you. I've counted several niggas that want to fight you that you act like you don't even hear. The shit is wild, nasty work to me. And I said to myself, I said, after this fight, you watch Shakur try to make a Conor Benn fight. Now they all online clowning him, and we're gonna get to that in a minute because damn it, he deserves it. But I know the type of mentality that he has, the type of mentality that Devin has, and sure enough, when I go on X, what do I see? Them clowning, them talking shit. Oh, if I can't stop him, I'm disappointed in myself. Nigga, when the last time you stopped some fucking body with your scary ass? Besides Padley, you was in there. You could have finished Teofimo. You had the nigga hurt two different times, which was a surprise to me, which lets me know Teofimo done been fell off. He ain't been a takeover in a goddamn minute. When are we gonna stop this charade? Listen, the young man is accomplished, right? But all of his accomplishments don't match his resume. They don't. All of his accomplishments don't match how he goes in that ring and competes against certain opponents, right? Like I noticed, Shakur, you don't face a lot of punches, right? And if you do, you fight them similar to how you fought Edwin De Los Santos. Now, you can say, oh, people hate on you, they hate on your skills, you don't know shit about boxing, if you don't like my style. That's their favorite fucking line. I'm so sick and tired of hearing that shit. Makes no damn sense because I don't rock with your style. That means I don't know shit about boxing. No, nigga, I know enough to know your style does not entertain me. Ain't this the entertainment business? And it ain't just about knocking niggas out because I was a huge fan of Mayweather. And by the end of what? By the middle or the end of his 147 career, he wasn't knocking niggas out like that. But he also had a bunch of names on his goddamn resume. And he went in there and made it look like they didn't belong in the ring with him. You, not so much. You stood in that damn locker room. You told your little cousin, I was about to try and knock him out, but that nigga started fighting back. What the fuck they do that at, yo? What type of champion is that? That's scary to me. And y'all can sit around and say, oh, these boxers ain't scared of other boxers, or you want to use a fucking lie. When Gervonta flinched at Frank, what the fuck he do? He flinched, right? When certain niggas ask, do you want to fight this person? Do you want to fight this person? They say no behind closed doors and hope that it never gets the fuck out. That's scary. Y'all can dress it up any way y'all want to. Y'all can listen, do whatever the hell y'all want to do. But me personally, I am not a fool, and I can't stand when people try and play with my intelligence, and I can't stand when people try to insult me when I don't agree with what the fuck they have to say. You are not the best in the business because you beat Teofimo Lopez. Newsflash, he's been beat before, boo. What are you talking about? George Kambosos put head, shoulders, knees, and toes on this nigga. And you, out your own mouth, said a nigga that loses to Kambosos can't never beat me. So you knew that before you even went in there with him. You don't get in the ring with nobody that you don't feel safe against, Shakur. You do not fool me, man. You do not fool me for one goddamn minute. You don't take fights where you don't think you can win. Are you crazy? I've never seen you do that. I've never in my life seen you take a fight where the odds were not in your favor. Ever. Not once. As skilled as you are, we don't know how skilled you really are because you will not go in there and test your damn self. You want to make it look like you testing yourself. And maybe, yeah, to the casual eye or to a cockeyed motherfucker, that's what you're doing, but it damn sure don't look that way to me. Like I said, we're not accepting no more patterns, my boy. We're not doing it. We're not giving it up like that. Now, we're gonna move on. Let me see who all up in. I done lost my child. I'm so sorry, y'all. It's just ooh. When y'all watch it, y'all let me know what y'all think. Cause child, honey. Cam, what's going on? Hey, Lee, baby. Aircraft, what's going on with you? What's going on, Crush, baby? How you doing? Flatbush, what's up? What's going on? No, he's really not. U.S. boxing to take notes on your own premium. In which way, Aircraft, baby? You talking about that catastrophe I saw today? You talking about that? You talking about Tyler, baby? You talking about that? I hope that's not what you talking about, baby. Please move around. I hope that ain't what you talking about, sweetie. We're not doing that. That in itself was a goddamn mess. My goodness. Lord have mercy. Mm. Yeah, for Keith, yes. For Keith it is 100% knockout ratios. Yep. But anyway, let's move around because I just can't be bothered with this type of foolishness. Like I said, man, he definitely is extremely defensive. Can nobody take that away from him? But I suspect that he worked more on his defense than his offense because he don't trust his chin. But that's just, my observation. Like I said, beating Teofimo Lopez, obviously for Teofimo, and I've said this for quite some time, Teofimo, he was really, really good before he started doubting himself. Do I still got it? You know what I'm saying? When you start questioning yourself, when you start doubting yourself, that, everything else was sure to fall behind that. You know what I'm saying? I think he peaked at Lomachenko, and everything else from there was kind of flatline because he went life and death, in my opinion, with Jermaine Ortiz as well. We saw what George Kambosos did. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not saying that Teofimo wasn't talented because Teofimo was extremely athletic as well. You know what I'm saying? I think that in the right hands with the right trainer, if he is willing to get a different trainer outside of his father, possibly. You know what I'm saying? It's possible he can come back and really, you know, make another splash or make another run at champion. He has said that he's willing to fight Ryan, and we're gonna talk a little bit about Ryan in just a second too. But I just wanted to make sure that I definitely mentioned that. I wanted to mention that just something about that whole situation angered me. Like I said, for several reasons, right? And I'm not saying Shakur is not good defensively, but offensively he leaves much to be desired. And then also when you talk about fighting guys that are at different weight classes than you and you putting stipulations on them, but then you're going to want 100% credit for beating them, it just doesn't really work that way. Right. And we have to start making concessions for some of these niggas just because we're a fan of theirs and start holding them accountable because they're gonna want to charge your ass one way or another. Right. If he could sell out arenas and he could pack them in there, you think if he could without, well, without putting much of an effort in, which is what he's doing now. This is his first main event since what 2 years ago, last year, because last year he was on double undercards too. So I mean, if he could, he would without having to put in much effort. But I just don't think that that's something that he's willing to do. I could be wrong, but he's gonna have to prove me that way first. I just don't know. You know, I just don't know. The conversation about himself being a figurine and all these guys are bigger than him and all this other kind of here foolishness, it's just not true. That upsets me all in itself because you sit up here and you tell them that you told Ryan you didn't realize he was that small. You want to drain kind of Ben, but then you want to fight him. It's like, yo, move around, my boy, move around. We not off you, bro. Move around. 'Cause this is it's getting nasty out here. It's getting real nasty. It's getting real super nasty out here. But yeah, man, I don't know where he goes from here. Um, Child. Y'all are ridiculous. Yes, I just don't know where he goes from here. Like I said, hopefully, he'll get in there with some other competition. And I know he probably think ain't nobody beating him, whatever the case may be. Sure, you're right. Let's go with that. But we'll never know until we see it, right? So I definitely wanna see what he does from here, right? Y'all let me know who y'all think he should fight next, right? Because from what I don't know why he thinking like I said, like him fighting Teal, like he don't have nothing else to prove. Like my boy, that was just the beginning of what we expect from you. We've been expecting stuff like that from you for a minute now, right? Like so you threw your work off on Raymond Ford. You know what I'm saying? You about to get Raymond Ford beat up because you didn't want to fight Oshaki, but he's coming. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop him. He is adamant that he wants that damn fight. He done put himself in position what once, twice now. He wants that fight. You're gonna keep zigzagging between 135 and 140 trying to avoid real smoke. Is that what you plan on doing? I'm curious. Like I said, I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna see what he does next. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll just go from there. You know what I'm saying? We'll definitely go from there. With aircraft carrier, why are you trolling me? Why? Just tell me why. Come on, stop playing with me. Yeah, y'all smash the like button as y'all come in the building, honey. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, the boy, he stressed me out. I'm so sorry. The boy stressed me out. I don't know what who the hell he think he is. You know, look, y'all, listen. When I was watching that, you know what I was thinking in my mind the whole time? I was thinking like I'm looking at like catching bullets with your teeth, nigga, please. That's how I almost reacted just looking at like, boy, what is you talking about? Oh my goodness. Jesus Christ. Hey, Cottage. Hey, y'all. Um, big trash can, but we're gonna get there, baby. We gonna get there. We definitely gonna get into him. I wanted to spin the block real quick on that little nigga, that little figurine that he continues to pretend that he is. But yeah, let's get into some of the Zuffa boys. This is Edgar Berlanga speaking upon his transition into
And
Zuffa.
foremost, I want to thank Zufa. I want to thank Dana White. I want to thank Nick Khan, for this amazing opportunity. For the fans, man, I come with a lot of explosion. Superstar status, like I always say. You know, it's gonna be a big year for me. We looking to chase belts, become world champ, and get that bag and continue to build a brand. Like I was telling Dana, that's one thing that I loved about Dana. One thing about the UFC.
Yeah, the rest of that was a bunch of bullshit. So, listen, okay, all right, we can somebody can explain to me maybe if I open up the panel, y'all can let me know something. But do they not have the same? Well, I guess they didn't have a promotional company because I'm trying to see like he over there talking about his championship dreams and all this other kind of stuff there, but y'all didn't pursue that over here. I'm gonna get to Hitchens in a minute, but just him. I mean, I guess that fight with Canelo was that for the belt, and the fight with Hamza Shiraz, and he just didn't have what it took. Um, And even Eddie said he don't think that Berlanga will ever be a champion. It just is what it is. But y'all, what level of fighter do y'all think that Edgar Berlanga is on? Do y'all give him a B minus, a C, C plus? Like y'all tell me what type of fighter y'all think Edgar Berlanga is. I'm gonna be honest. I'll give him a C, right? Edgar Berlanga, for all of his entertainment value, I really don't think that he takes the sport as seriously as he should. In order to be a champion, and I said it before, he spends more time in the jewelry store than in the gym, in my opinion. Too much time with Fat Joe, and just trying to live a celebrity lifestyle instead of actually putting in the work, right? That's just my observation when I see him. And I don't know Edgar Berlanga. I'm not saying he's a bad dude. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just telling y'all what I see when I look at him. I don't think that he puts in the work, right, to become a champion, right? Like you see him, he's always flashing jewelry, showing off his clothes, you know, all kind of foolishness. So I just don't think he's as focused as he should be. And if I'm being 100% honest, I do think that he was matched made a little too long, right? Like, and when I say match made, I mean like giving too many easy fights. Like, so that's another thing too, y'all, right? That I want to talk about. Because I just kind of, I guess, want to get some clarity on how y'all feel about certain situations. And we can save those conversations for when there's not a lot really going on in boxing. But for now, I do want to know what y'all think is like too many soft touches before you start stepping up in competition, before you start, maybe taking some challenges to see what level you are on or have graduated to, right? Because and I only say that because in this particular situation with Edgar Berlanga, I don't really think I ever saw levels in his game, right? It's like all of his opponents were like pretty much the same. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, it's the fact to me that he celebrated so loudly his loss to Canelo. It was almost like he arrived, and it was like, my nigga, you lost every single round. So that's what I mean when I say I don't think he has the right mentality to be a boxer. That money, that payday was really all that he was really like looking for. And I understand, they all got to take care of their families. That's what they do this for, to take care of your families. But I mean, damn, you ain't got no pride. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way he went on a tour around the world, you would have thought he beat Canelo. That whole thing was just so weird to me. I just didn't really understand that. So that's why I posed that question. How many fights do you think that these boxers should have before they really start to step it up in their level of competition and see where they truly are? You know what I'm saying? In the pecking order. My bad. I'm gonna play that in a minute. That's his little celebration song. I think it's called Baby Mama or something. He was showing Dana White. Child, I don't know what these people got going on. But yeah, so y'all let me know what level, you know what I'm saying? Or how many fights do you think they should have before they step it up in competition? You know what I'm saying? Before they have to like really start to show and prove what it is that they got going on. So I don't know. That's just something I thought would be like an interesting question. Because me personally, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If I had to really think about it, I would say maybe like by like 15, you know what I'm saying? We should at least be some sort of test here and there. Maybe, and I would say, shit, nah, I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna say every few fights just to see, you know what I'm saying? If you elevating in your game, like I say after 7 or 8, you know what I'm saying? Give you like a little, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of a tougher test to see how you maneuver through that. Then by, you know what I'm saying? Maybe your 15th or 16th fight. Let me give you another one. You know what I'm saying? To see how you're progressing. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these can't just be showcase fights, and then your one big grandioso fight where you on the big stage. You flop because you never stepped it up in competition. You don't know how to make adjustments because you never had to. You know what I'm saying? It's like all these things. I don't know. I just be thinking about all these things like playing a factor when it comes to like, some guys like Edgar Berlanga, because like I said, I don't think he's a bad dude. I just don't really think that maybe he's been matched too well over the course of his career and never really gave him the opportunity to elevate his game. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. So I don't know. It's just something I was thinking about because I do, I understand the fact that they need to feed their family, and he talking about he want to be a champion. I was just thinking like, well, damn, who the hell can who can Edgar beat to be a champion? He don't seem interested in that rematch with Shiraz at all. Um, and now that he's over there with Zuffa, it's not like they have a really, deep pool of boxes in the weight class that he's gonna have to go to because they don't have a 68. They're making a concession for him, so he's either gonna have to go up or down, and then we'll see what happens from there. But just overall, if I'm being honest, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know. I don't know really where he goes from where he is now. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Aircraft says it depends on what type of amateur you were. Yeah, 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 yeah. I can agree with that. It depends on the fight, how many amateur fights you've had, experience, etc. Okay, Jack. Okay. Okay, so you basically saying the same thing Aircraft said. It depends on your amateur experience. Okay. I can get with that. I can get with that. I can get with that because that makes sense. It does. Um, yeah, Enigma, he's hood famous. You said it correctly. I was searching for the right words to say to call it. Hey, Miss Altruistic baby. Yeah. No, y'all didn't say D plus. Now y'all being wild disrespectful, y'all. Come on now. The boy is not a D. He at least a C. Y'all don't think he a C? Y'all don't think the boy is at least a C? Um, well, you know what? This is y'all opinion. So some of y'all saying I love y'all. Y'all, C plus, low key D plus. Who said that? Aircraft. Of course. Of course, Aircraft said that. Low key Z plus. Okay, no more sleepwalking says C plus. My brother said Belong is a C minus. That's more respectable, Cam. Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all doing them wrong. Come on, Aircraft. D plus. I should have known cash ass bum level. Nah, y'all just a little better than Regis and Connor. Damn, so say, my God, y'all. Thank you, Enigma. Be respectful and decent. Leave Enigma and my brother. Cash is a savage, so I can't expect much from him. But this is Aircraft D plus is wild. Well, shit. Cash done called the man a damn bum, so I guess those two go together. I don't know. Listen, let's listen to his little merengue song for like 2 seconds, because I don't want to get shut down. But I do want y'all to hear the song he played for Dana. Watch Dana White face, y'all. Dana White looking like he don't know what the hell is going on, what is being said, child. Look at this nonsense. ¿Qué tú quieres hacer? Te compré Gucci, Moncler, Louis V, Chanel y baby, vamos a romper, yo te quiero. So that's his little ghetto song for his baby mama. I guess he wrote it, child. I couldn't tell you who the hell wrote that damn thing, but it sounded a fucking mess. Dana White did not know the words. I guess he just over there jamming with Berlanga, if you will. He didn't know what the hell was going on either. But again, not taking the sport seriously. Boy, what is you doing with your little tired song? What is you doing? Like that didn't make a lick of sense to me. Not a lick of damn sense. So I don't know. We're gonna see, I guess. I guess we're gonna have to just see. We're gonna see where he goes from here. We're gonna see what he does from here, and so on and so forth. Okay, because who the hell knows? I don't know. I can't call it. I just can't even call it no more. Um, for sure. But let's see what else we got. This damn thing is like. Hold on, y'all. My damn
Can y'all hear me? My bad, y'all. I don't know what the hell is going on. I had to log in from my phone. My damn computer done froze on me, child. Lord help us all. Anyway, talk about improvise. We are going to move right along. So let's listen to what Richardson Hitchens had to say after I done told y'all that Negro went over there and called out everybody under the damn sun. So let's go ahead on and hear his lies and his story on what he got going on. Well, why he the hell over there?
You're unbeaten. You seem to me to be entering your physical prime and to have made a step from prospect to elite fighter, now looking forward to seeing if you can actually reach a level of greatness, right? Why was this the right time for you to sign with Zuffa? What made this the right move for you?
I just feel like Zuffa is seeing my career the way I want to see my career. I feel like I've been with a lot of great promoters in the past, but I just feel like a lot of promoters didn't give me the opportunity to be built the right way and show the superstar that I am. And I feel like Zuffa believes in me, sees that, and that's what really made me just want to sign on that dotted line.
Um, so a few things, right? Um, I can kind of agree with him when it comes to like Mayweather because I remember Africa was on the shelf for a minute. You know what I'm saying? When he was down there with Mayweather Promotions, you know, he wasn't being promoted properly. Um I really don't think that you know, Mayweather I don't want to say didn't believe in him, but I don't think that I don't believe that he really promoted him very well, if I'm being honest. I want to say it was like even worse than what he doing with Carmel Moten. You know what I'm saying? Because Carmel Moten seems to be kind of like doing his own thing, even though he's still, you know, with Mayweather Promotions for as long as that lasts. But I feel like, for the most part, we don't really see enough of him, for him to be such a young fighter. I don't think we really see enough of him. But, that's neither here nor there. But to Richardson Hitchens' point, in the beginning of his career, I don't think that he was. I really don't. But since he went with Eddie, I think Eddie did better for him. I think Eddie put him in some good positions. He got the damn belt. You know what I'm saying? Eddie took him out of wherever he was living in the projects or whatever the case may be, and helped him out significantly, similar to what he's done for Conor Ben. So I just don't think that that statement was at all correct when it came to like Eddie. And then, y'all heard Eddie in the video that I played yesterday about how he said, he didn't like how that whole thing went down. After you beat George Kambosos, you kind of stood in the ring and told the world, including myself, before even telling me privately that you were a free agent. You know what I'm saying? And you just don't do that kind of thing to people that have your back, that people that, look out for you. And this business, yes, it is business, but trust and believe me, people value loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Because that's some shit you can't buy. So people they hold that, kind of in deeper regards. So when he did that to Eddie, I can kind of see Eddie being salty. Y'all heard the man talking about his car and everything when when that whole situation came out. So but to say that, he wasn't really doing that good or being promoted that well, I don't think that that's a fair assessment of how his relationship with Eddie went. He tarnished that relationship, not Eddie, in my opinion, because Eddie got you a belt, a bag. You know what I'm saying? You was on your way. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, in my opinion, I felt like the walls was closing in on that ass. You know what I'm saying? And you felt like maybe you had to make a move. But, I really do feel like Eddie put you in really good positions. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't, I'm not jacking that shit. I'm just not really jocking that particular comment from Africa. Now, he went on to say, obviously, and I put the screenshot up. I thought I had the video, but I told you my shit all janky promotions. But he did go on to say that he wants. Oh, here you go. Yeah, he wants the Haney fight, child. He wants to fight Tio. He wants Ryan. I told y'all this is nothing but another side of the street. You could have made all of these fights where you were at. You stood in the ring after your George Kambosos fight and called out Devin. You know what I'm saying? What happened to that? You could have unified in your division. You could have been had that TO fight before Shakur. You know what I'm saying? You could have fought Gary Antoine Russell. You could have fought any of them guys in your division and unified. You chose not to do that. So I really can't blame nobody for Hitchens' problems but Richardson Hitchens. You know what I'm saying? He is the reason for his own damn problems, whether he want to believe it or not. But now you go over there, I guess, where you safe and cozy. And I believe Devin will probably go over there. You know he a hoe. You know what I'm saying? He for the highest bidder. You know what I'm saying? Whoever giving him that biggest bag, he bending it over for him. Well, lacing up for him, shall I say. So, I don't doubt that he'll go over there and do like a one fight deal or something like that with Zuffa. Who knows if it'll be for Richardson Hitchens. You know what I'm saying? But I can definitely see Devin, you know what I'm saying, making his way over to Zuffa. But yeah, I mean, I just thought that was interesting that now all of a sudden he calling them out and he want to fight all the guys and all this other kind of crap. Man, listen, these niggas, they got a lot going on. Yeah, they definitely was on the same card, and they've been on the same thing for I don't know how long. You know what I'm saying? So we're definitely gonna see. Um, Let me see what y'all got going on in here. Y'all still giving this boy a damn C minus or a D? Y'all have to be better than this. Y'all have to be nice, man. So, okay, listen. Let me ask y'all this, right? I know yesterday I asked y'all this, but I'm gonna ask some of y'all because some of y'all weren't here yesterday. When it comes to the signing of Edgar Berlanga and Richardson Hitchens, right? Who do y'all think should have went over there? Like, I think we're all pretty much in agreement. Like, okay, Edgar Berlanga, maybe you were out of options, but am I tripping? Like Richardson Hitchens, he had a couple moves he could have bust. Like he had a couple of cards he could have played. You know what I'm saying? Them boys been itching for him for a minute. He could have did a quick uni. You know what I'm saying? But instead, he's playing these scale games. With the Duarte fight, you didn't want to fight Ortiz or whatever happened with that fight. Wasn't enough money for you to fight, Keyshawn Davis. That's what I'm saying. It goes back to what I was saying earlier. Who do these think they are? It's not enough money. 1.2 million wasn't enough for you to fight Keyshawn Davis. Why the hell not? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much he made to fight Richardson. Cambosis wasn't like 750,000 or something like that. It just goes to show you that, like I said, they a little scared of something, or they know it's a big risk, so they don't really want to take it without financial compensation, which I get. But don't price yourself out either, being a damn duck. And I always tell y'all it's about the opportunity, and it ain't always about the money right away. Take the opportunity. In the back end, you can write your own damn check, but take the opportunity. You know, especially if you wanna make this argument for you being the best fighter from here to Kingdom Buck 2. You know what I'm saying? You gotta start taking opportunities as they present themselves. And one more time, I'm so sorry. I promise you I'm gonna get off this nigga neck. Now, listen. Speaking of opportunities, right? And him not taking the opportunities that he's been afforded throughout his career. I know a lot of y'all will say that 75-25% that Devin offered him was a bogus ass offer. I agree. However, the opportunity presented to you was bigger in retrospect. If you look at the full picture, that opportunity was a big opportunity at 135 to make your name. Think about it. If Shakur had a fought and beat Devin at that was like when he first came to 135, where do y'all think his career would be right now? That was an opportunity for him to get a marquee name. Devin was hot at the time. Devin was hot like fish grease. You know, making weight, coming in the ring, 200 on a good day. You know what I'm saying? Like he was hot off the press. So a name like that on your resume you would have been writing your own blank check. But you chose not to bet on yourself because you were more worried about the money. That goes to show y'all these niggas do not worry about these belts like they claim they do, y'all. You had a chance to walk into 135 basically unified. I personally think Shakur can beat Devin. I mean, it's going to be a whole bunch of pity pat and a whole bunch of hugging and holding and kissing and touching. But that's neither here nor there. I think in the end, Shakur would be able to outpoint Devin. Neither one of them going to be worrying about getting hurt. So it might end up being a damn good fight. but he didn't take the opportunity. You let the opportunity pass you. Now, Devin, you know what I'm saying? He's at 147, really 160. You know what I'm talking about? So now you talking about putting all these, stipulations on that particular matchup, which you already know Devin is not about to do no goddamn. What he look like? Come on now. Y'all know Devin got to be 170 fight night. Come on now. He is not about to do no damn rehydration course. To even insinuate or to even put it out there that that's the only condition that you would fight him under, you might as well just kept your damn mouth shut. After previously saying that catch weights and rehydration clauses are for suckers, you and your goofy ass woman of all time. Both of y'all. But like I said, I'm gonna get my stiletto off his neck for a minute because I'm pretty sure it's something else that's gonna piss me off that got to do with him. But let me see. Um, yeah, so um yeah, that you don't think it's a pity pat fight? Hmm. I'm trying to wonder what you watching. You're already good, cooked too, and pound for pound. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's so. I mean, like I said, some of y'all standards are low. I get it. Some of y'all standards are real low. But moving on. And some of y'all, I guess y'all don't expect much of y'all people. I don't know. All right. So we also had the fights today. Let me see if they came up or if I'm gonna have to yeah, this is enough angles because I don't this fight was trash. Now, like I said, I got home. They was in already like round 3, I think. Which I'm pretty sure I ain't missed much or nothing. Because I wasn't impressed when I sat down and started watching it any damn way. I wasn't impressed with the outcome. I wasn't impressed with what I saw. But nevertheless, Regis has retired, or so he has said. That he's retiring after that particular matchup. So, wish him all the best. He's given as much as he can, I guess, to the game of boxing. And maybe it's time. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's time for him to go and sit down. He looked like his feet was stuck in the damn mud. Throwing one damn jab at a time, just looking super slow. And kind of Ben ain't look no damn better. And they're just wild, aggressive, not really have no type of technique and no type of form. Devin and Shakur, I think even Ryan. I think even Ryan Rowley, all of them. He needs to stay away from the upper echelon of boxers. Kind of Ben to me is like a C minus fighter, especially from what I saw tonight. Ain't no way in hell he need to be calling out no damn body. Now I see why Eddie Hearn kept him in the witness protection program all this damn time. Okay. I just don't know. That fight was a mess. It was abysmal. It was abysmal. He got a bum leg, and you still can't get him up out of there. And Lord help me, Lord help us all. But anyway, he started calling out. Yeah, Ben is definitely a C plus fighter. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Lord have mercy. He's at Connor's ass. Read just slow. Yo, what? I'm like, yo, is his feet stuck in damn sand? He got on cement blocks for his damn feet. I don't know what the boy got going on, but it was horrible. Yo, yeah, kind of been need to sit down too. What's up, Jamie from New York? How you doing, baby? Yeah, he need to sit down too. This was Shakur. Yup. Tucson, you already know where I'm going with that. You already know where I'm going with that. And I said that earlier. I said, watch this be the nigga that Shakur calls out because he always wants to fight the loser. But this, they both losers in my damn opinion. But they were up there. Ryan called him this was funny. Connor bum. Devin. Well, no, that's not that one. That's not that one. I think it's this one. Connor better stay away. Shakur, no, this is Garcia after the call out of Connor, because Connor called him out after he beat Regis. He said, thanks for keeping my belt warm or something, some nonsense he said. about his belts, keeping his belts warm. For whatever reason, he think he can beat Ryan. So we're gonna see how that play out. But he definitely did say, thanks for keeping my belts warm. So Ryan said he down. Ryan said he down to fight him. Shakur said if he makes it 12 rounds with me, I'll be disappointed in myself. Y'all, I got a headache. Oh my goodness. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I completely think that Ryan, Shakur, and Devin wash Conor Ben. That's like I really do feel that way because Conor Ben got nothing for the upper class of boxers. He definitely just doesn't. You went life or death with Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis been done. Been done. He been re-stir-fried. And I guess to avoid being the gatekeeper, he's gonna go on and retire, which is a smart move. You take that 1.5, whatever you getting after you pay your team and your taxes and all of that, and just go sit down. Just go sit down. I don't know who now from what I understand, it was just this one fight that he's over there with Zuffa, or maybe he's over there longer term than what they let on. But I don't know where Conor Ben goes from here. If he wants that fight with Ryan, but Tio is supposed to be fighting Ryan. So we'll see. They all just running around here making a whole bunch of fake ass call outs, and we're gonna see who they end up fighting, who they actually end up fighting when it's all said and done. So we're definitely gonna see what happens then. Um, I had Ben winning 7-3. Yeah, I mean, listen, aircraft, the shit was still trash. It was still trash. You know what I'm saying? So the whole situation made my eyes hurt. It made my ears. Everything was just hurting on me watching that shit. It was very annoying. But nevertheless, now Conor Ben has him a little hit list, baby. Okay, as you can see, it has Shakur Stevenson on it. It has Ryan Garcia on it. It has Devin Haney on it. And it has Rolly Romero. None of those fights do I see him winning. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. None of those fights do I see him winning. Um, I really just don't see him winning any of those fights. I think that Ryan is definitely too fast for him, and possibly too strong for him. Shakur is definitely going to easily outpoint him. Devin is going to outpoint him. And Rolly is maybe going to knock his ass out. So I really don't see him with any wins in any of those situations. But yet these are the guys that he's calling out. Now I don't know, like I said, unless he's signed to Zuffa for a little bit longer than he's let on. I don't know under which promotional banner he'll be making these fights because Devin doesn't have a promotional banner. We all know he's DHP independent, ladies. Um, Let me see. Rolly, maybe if he wants to do business with the PBC, maybe they'll hit him with a one off. Maybe Oscar will hit him with a one off for Ryan. I don't know, but and Shakur is with who? Turkey. So maybe that fight could possibly take place, but at what weight class? He claims he made the 150 easy, but kind of been looked like hell. I showed y'all that video yesterday. The boy looked sick. Okay, he looked like something was wrong with him. So I don't know, but we'll see who he gets matched up with. Like I said, all of them now running on over to the zoo for child, and now calling everybody the hell else out, which is silliness to me. Oh, you don't think Rolly? You know what? I'm so tired of y'all sleeping on Rolly. I don't know what to do. Aircraft, why don't you don't like Rolly? Every time Rolly come up, you just trash the man name, bash the man. Why don't you think that Conor Ben could beat Rolly? You don't think that hold on. You don't think that Rolly is more skilled than Conor Ben? Aircraft, this is nasty energy from you, baby. I don't know if it's a full moon where you at or what you got going. This is real nasty. You better than this, Aircraft. You usually better than this, baby. I don't know what's happening with you. But me personally, I give Rolly a little bit more credit than a Conor damn Ben. Yeah, I see that. I don't jab. No. I'm asking. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm just asking because you don't really like Rolly, and I'm just trying to figure out. Oh, so you don't think that Rolly can beat Conor Ben? Okay, shit, it's your opinion. You ain't got to apologize to me. That's your opinion. You don't think Rolly can beat Conor Ben? Whatever. I think that's ridiculous. But but okay, shit. Well, listen, he's on the list. So if that happens, we shall see. And we'll see who can beat who, honey. But I think so too, 2 Cent. But I know they have that 5 fight deal, Cameron. But I don't know. Let me see something. Show on stage. I'm sorry, I'm still on my phone, y'all. My damn computer is frozen. I don't know what's happening. You said Shakur free agent or Shakur with Matchroom due to Matchroom having him as a champion on their website. Well, yeah, because I remember the who was that, the president that came out and said that Shakur had like a 5 fight deal with him, and I know he came out and denied it, so I don't know what's true, you know what I'm saying? And since we have no way of really knowing what's true, I kind of just I don't know where he is. That's why I'm saying it, to just be safe. I don't really know where he is promotional company wise, right? So I can't really, say one way or another, but I do know that he has some sort of ties with Turkey, and he's working on that side. So that's why I'm saying a fight like that with Conor Ben, he could probably make, because he is over there where the money is. You know what I'm saying? Granted, Turkey is looking to make that fight, because I tell you what, Turkey looks damn disgusting sitting in that goddamn audience today watching these fights. Okay. Now I don't know what is going on. I'm gonna say because Tyson Fury, um, yeah, I'm gonna say because Tyson Fury is, coming off of such a long layoff. Maybe we didn't really see the best of him. But if I'm being 100% honest, I thought that fight was ass too. I really did. I mean, it had its little spots, you know what I'm saying? Makhmudov or whatever his name is, I don't know what the hell he thought he was doing. He was all extra, just coming in, all leaping in head first, you know what I'm saying? Head down. He appeared busy, but he wasn't really landing nothing. You know what I'm saying? I know Tyson caught him with a check right hook. What was it? A check right hook a couple of times. I think around 8, a nice uppercut. He started getting that jab going, but it was still looking like sit down. So let me ask y'all a question, right? Because we saw the call out at the end. Let me
doing what Tyson Fury's been doing for about 10 rounds. Uppercut, lead uppercuts. If you can land a lead uppercut, everything is working. You step aside, create an angle, land another shot, another uppercut.
The right uppercut. The lead right uppercut is one of the most dangerous shots to throw.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this, right? Based on what we saw, right, earlier today, do we think that Tyson Fury, this version of Tyson Fury, do we think that this version of Tyson Fury beats AJ? Because we saw the call out, of him telling him to do y'all think that this version of Tyson Fury beats Anthony Joshua? Aircraft say yes. Okay. Mm, okay. Uh, okay. Average Joe says yes. Lee says nope. That is the dumbest thing I've heard in my life. 145. See, this is why I'm gonna stop reading y'all comments, because this is why I've been on this boy helmet. I'm gonna leave him alone. Okay, Kim says it's a 50-50 fight with AJ and Tyson Fury. Me personally, I'm going to say that Tyson Fury should take maybe another tune up before he gets in there with AJ. I do know that they were looking to do Deontay Wilder as a tune up before the Tyson Fury fight for AJ, just to see how he's doing. Y'all know, after obviously that unfortunate situation in the car crash and all that other stuff, they're looking to make the Deontay Wilder fight um as a tune-up before he goes in there with Tyson Fury. So we'll see how that happens. But I just don't know if this version, the version that I watched earlier today, beats Anthony Joshua. I'm really just not sure. Um yeah, it wasn't really all of that this particular card. Thank God it was free on Netflix, because mother might have had to storm the castle. I don't know, but they're gonna definitely have to do better with their performances if they want to keep Netflix invested in I'll say the TKO business, because we know they in the MVP business. Okay, we know that for a fact. Let me see. Oh, is this it?
Want to give you Tyson, you're a clout chaser. Here. I can't hear you. Give him this mic. Tyson, I've never had no problem getting in the ring with you. I punched you up when we were kids. And after watching you here tonight, I'll punch you up again. With all due respect, tonight is your night. And you know I'll sit across that ring from you in due time. You ain't going to tell me what to do. I've been chasing you for the last 10 years. When you're ready, you come and see me and tell me your terms and conditions, and I'll have you in the ring when I'm ready. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. You work for me.
Listen, let's give the fight fans what they want. Do not run from me this time. 10 years in the making. Let's fucking dance.
Tyson.
Child, you heard them. Let's fucking dance. I just love how they talk. Their accents be cracking me up, yo. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's hilarious to me. But I want to play this because then we saw old boy crash out on X.
What did you think about that fight, though? Because I thought that was interesting. Like, he would be coming up, he's a really good boxer. He would be coming up. Was that something that, made you feel like, oh, okay, I want this, or like...
I was going to run through him.
Yeah, run through Devin Haney?
I was going to run through him.
Then he a good boxer, though.
I was going to run through him. Oh, man, I promise I was going to run through him.
Ooh.
Like, what he felt during, like, Ryan Garcia at 40, I was going to feel it triple at 54. He don't know, like, I'm telling you, he was probably going to go in the ring. He's a big 40, or like now 47. He maybe gets in at like 160. I'm getting in that ring at 180. He's not ready for that. It's different.
I'm still, hold up, so you still open to that in the future, though?
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Of course, Devin Haney, anywhere you put it, he's a big name. He's a big draw. I mean, 3 times world champion. 3 times? 2 times?
I think 3.
3. Yeah. 35, 40, 47. Big name, big draw.
What did you think?
All right, what do y'all think about those statements? He said he's even still open to a fight with Devin Haney in the future. Obviously, he's thinking that he is going to be successful June 27th in retaining his belts. I have a difference of opinion, but it is what it is. Obviously, he's very confident, as he should be. He is the unified champion. But he's still open to a fight with Devin Haney. Now, I want to see if after June 27th, because we all know Devin stated that he wanted to fight Xander Zayas because Xander Zayas had 2 belts. I want to see after June 27th, if Jerron Boots Ennis wins, will he be looking to fight Jerron Boots Ennis because Jerron Boots Ennis has 2 belts? Just a question that I have for some of the Haney-Ainies, some of the Haney fans. And, I know a lot of y'all get up here and start buck dancing for him. So, it was just a question that I have for y'all. If that is something that y'all think Devin will be doing, even if Boots wins that fight. I know a lot of y'all think Devin walks on water, and y'all are ready to twerk for him at all costs. But we're not going to do that. Here we go. If you want to make some headlines, just mention me. Devin. You gotta love the Haneys, right? You gotta love the Haneys, man. This boy, you've been calling this boy out, mentioning this boy for months. He responds because he was asked a question. It ain't like he just pulled your name out his ass. He responds because he was asked a question, and now you in your damn feelings. You have to stop this. We have to stop this. Yeah, I tell they so sensitive. This generation of boxers is super, super sensitive. You said Devin is food at 154. Okay. Let me think. Who else is up there? Devin, get out of here. Okay, money. Let me tell you something. I don't know who Devin could beat at 154 pounds. I'm really sitting over here thinking, the Charlos, I guess they're still figuring that shit out, I guess. Right? Fundora, hell no. What y'all think about he could do with Virgil? I don't even know why we talking about this. Devin ain't going up to 154 till it's safe. I don't even know why I'm going down this rabbit hole with y'all. Um, what in the hell? How we get on Bud Crawford? What is going on? Y'all get ridiculous. Yeah, Howard. No, no, no. Yeah. If you're asked a question about somebody, though, you also have the right to say, I don't want to comment. Right? Like, I hate when people say, I don't want to talk about that person and then proceed to talk about that person. Like, that irritates me to like no end, right? Like, if you're gonna say I don't want to talk about this person, then just shut the hell up after you say that. You know what I'm saying? Don't say I don't want to talk about this person. Yeah, man, this nigga, this, it's like, my boy, you sure you didn't want to talk about him, or you was just waiting for a reason, or you was just waiting for somebody to ask you to talk about him? You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying, but no, if you don't really want to answer a question and you really don't want to engage with that part of the conversation, then you'll say I got no response or next question, and you'll leave it at that if you really don't want to respond, right? Like, so I'm not really buying that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not buying that at all. Don't forget we have the ladies card next weekend, guys. Alicia, the bomb Gardner, is on there fighting Boshi, I think. Is it Bo? I hate when I pronounce this lady's name wrong because I feel like I'm being racist. Bo Mi Shin. She'll be fighting. It's the Blasian versus the Shin. Okay. She is headlining that card. It is 3-minute rounds, 10 rounds. So you know she big stepping. And then also on the undercard, we have Shadeja Green versus Lonnie Daniels. We will be gauging her fight to see how she does against Laney because we know Clarissa also fought Laney. So we will be seeing, I know I will be looking, okay, to see how she does against Laney versus how Clarissa did against Laney, and so off and so forth. Just the same way everybody did with Caroline when she fought Terry Harper, and knowing Alicia fought Terry Harper. I'll be watching to see how Alicia does against Bo, knowing that Caroline fought Bo. It's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Just we're building things. Hopefully they're building towards something. I mean, really, if they not, they just getting on my damn nerves. But hopefully they'll be building towards bigger fights in the near future. As far as this lovely young woman in the middle, Amanda Serrano, the first woman to make $1 million in boxing, she will be fighting May 30th. And she is the headline, if I'm not mistaken. No, I don't know what she got going on. I know it's Katie, the Holmes girl again. I don't know if she's gonna be on the undercard. I think she's like the co-main or the undercard on this particular on this particular fight on May 30th too. But when it gets closer, I'll give y'all all those details for that. But I mean, listen, I don't want to tell her she need to retire because that's not my place. But she co-main. That's what I thought. I know I saw something because I think MVP had put out something like it's a double main event, and she was like, no, I don't have a problem being a co-main. I just love Amanda's attitude. She's not a big bravado type of person. She kind of just goes with the flow. She's basically secure in who she is as a person, as a woman, as a boxer. So it's kind of refreshing to see after seeing so much vitriol online and just a lot of stuff that has nothing to do with the sport taking place. So it's good to see, and it's refreshing to see that she remains professional inside and outside of the ring. So that's good. Those fights are coming up. Now, I just want to talk to y'all about one more thing, but I'm gonna drop the link because I want to know what y'all think about this. I saw this on Nikolai page, right? It is the Preservation Alliance, right? Um Obviously, with things moving through the House and the Senate and everything else moving very, very rapidly, it looks like as if the Muhammad Ali Revival Act will pass. Right, we're not going to be blind to that fact. We're not going to be oblivious to it. It looks as if it's going to fully pass because it's already passed through certain circuits already, but it looks as if it's going to fully pass. Right. Um and so I guess he took it upon himself to, start an Preservation Alliance, right? Citing that the existing act is anti-monopoly, right? There's the new proposed act will exploit more boxers. And for those of y'all who were here last night, we had one of the guys from, I don't want to say he's like from the UFC. He works with Dana White and them. So we asked him a couple of questions just about, the business practices over there and what he thinks, Dana White has going on. in regards to how he's going to be running and formulating stuff like that. So it, it's just interesting to me, right. So this Ali act preservation speaks on behalf of basically like the shareholders, in hopes to put a stop to the revival, right. um just to kind of like keep things the way that they are, because with the UBO in place, or the UBO being put in place, it will be more or less a monopoly on this. Y'all already know, we've been over this hundreds of times on this channel, where you cannot sue them if something goes wrong within your contract, or if there's something that is taking place that you do not like. You do not have the option to sue them. You have the option to take them to arbitration with an arbitrator of their selection. I mean, tell me if that's not one-sided. You know what I'm saying? You do not have the independence rights over there that you have, particularly on this particular side. He spoke about that last night too, like with the music and your attire and different things like that. He does not want you to be an individual, because he does not want individual stars over there. You know what I'm saying? He's building a collective, and it's about the company on that particular side. Over on this side, where everyone else is. When I say everyone else, I mean the promotional companies, the sanctioning bodies, stuff like that. It's a little bit more where the boxes are independent contractors. On that side, being Zufa, you're more or less an employee, right? Like, you have to wear their uniform. You have to come out to whatever music they select, if they let you come out to music at all. Any I don't want to say, Lord, I'm about to say paraphernalia. No, any memorabilia, or anything that paints you in the light of an individual, anything that shows your personality, basically, they don't want you to do, right? So I don't know. But I thought that this was a really good idea from him. I thought it was at least proactive. Who knows where they will get with this? Because we all know that Dana White is very close with Trump. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure the minute it lands on his desk, it's as good as signed. So this was kind of their, I guess, their rebuttal to that whole situation, or at least their y'all have to stop this. I don't know what some of y'all be having going on, but I wouldn't say communism, but listen, it's definitely trying to be a monopoly. I'll tell you that damn much. So, just certain things. I mean, he took the initiative, and I guess he's making the strides. In my personal opinion, this is a little too late. um I feel like maybe if he did this a little sooner, it could have gotten a little bit more steam. It might have had a little bit more momentum, when it first happened, and then the first like meeting, and the congressional meeting where everyone could go and call in and voice their opinions. I feel like if he had did this in the very beginning, that it might have made a little bit more of a harder impact. Not to say that what he's doing now, because I'm sure he has connections. The last name alone, you know what I'm saying, can probably open some doors that you know probably wouldn't be open to regular people. So maybe he can take a couple meetings, but I just feel like it would have been more beneficial to him to have done it a little sooner, rather than later. But we'll see where this goes. I hope they get something done, because I know aircraft, amongst a lot of other people. You know Sorry, Kim, I didn't know how to do this. I'm told you I'm using my phone. Are you on the stage? Are you on the
Yeah,
stage?
I'm in here, sis.
Oh, hold on a second. I can't see you.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you gotta change. Yeah, change the. I guess the set. It should be a set on the phone where you see it. Where you can change back to different, like the screen with multiple people on there.
oh my goodness, because it sounds like now I'm like turning into a man. It's like they see my picture, but what is happening? Hold on. I play too damn much. Hold on, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try and get how the hell how do I get this? Okay, but go ahead. What's up, Cam? While
What's
I'm trying
going
to
on?
fool
What's
with
going
this
on,
thing.
sis? Yeah, you was reading up on the Zufa, where the Muhammad Ali act from
The
Nico Ali
Preservation
Wash.
Alliance. The Preservation Alliance.
Yeah, Nico Ali Wash, man. I talked about it earlier on my show too, with about that a little bit. It's crazy. It's crazy, man, with the whole Muhammad Ali act. And it's crazy because it came full circle with the situation with Rolly and Devin in particular. You got some of the Devin fans out there. They like, oh well, Devin said PBC won't let them see the books, but then they're clamoring for this whole entire, Muhammad Ali revival act to be passed. And with that act being changed with some
They
of
don't
the,
have to,
other
dummy.
contenders,
Yeah.
you're not going to see the books. You're not going to see the books, man. So it's crazy to see these guys' perspective on a lot of these topics
You
that we
know,
have in boxing.
let me tell you something. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but when you
That's
just said
good.
that, it took me back to Bud Crawford. What do you need to see their books for? Can they see DHP's books? Like, I understand that is your given right, but I feel like they only do this shit to PBC, yo. And it really
Yeah,
annoys me. I don't see nobody asking Golden Boy to see their books. I don't see nobody asking Bob Arum to see their damn books. I don't see nobody asking Matchroom to see their books. I don't see nobody asking Queensberry to see their books. They only do it to the black promotional company. Let's call it what it is.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah,
The shit is
they always
nasty
do the
work. They've been the
PPC.
only promotional company for the last 5 years who ain't running around here taking handouts, ain't running around here doing back alley jerk deals just to get a couple dollars. Eddie's so goddamn far in debt to the PIF fund, he might as well change his goddamn name to Al Sheik. It's like ridiculous.
Nasty work, nasty work.
It's so
M4K,
annoying.
M4K is it's crazy with this. And now one thing I will say, I did like I like what the four companies with Top Rank, Matchroom,
Oh yeah, the
Queensberry,
DAZN TNT deal.
and
Yeah, I really
Golden
like
Boy
that.
doing. I like what they're doing there. Even along if you want to add, PBC and MVP, you see all six companies pretty much working against what's going on over there with Dana White and Zuffa and everything. So and, they're making fights together and stuff. We just gonna see how this shit plays out. But the promotional war in boxing is really really interesting right now because now
Yeah,
you
it
got
is.
these companies having to join forces against what's coming with those guys on the other side.
But if I'm being honest, they should have been done this. You know what I'm
Absolutely,
saying?
absolutely, absolutely. But that's why I said I know we all talked about it for us. Yeah, they should have been did this and everything, but now they doing it. So we got to just let it play out, see what these guys do and cook up. You got Top Rank and Matchroom. They done made 3 fights together in the past 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
With Xander and Boots and um, Mason, Cordina, what else? That going on? Oshaki Foster and Ford. No, that's
Yeah.
on the way. So they working together. They doing their thing.
And that's how it should have been from the beginning. And then Turkey Al Sheikh wouldn't have had a way in. You know what I'm saying? If everybody wasn't so big headed, Turkey Al Sheikh wouldn't have had no way up in here. There would have been no room for him.
Facts plus tax.
You know what I'm
Facts
saying?
plus
So
tax.
I don't know. I just I'm very happy about that deal though. The DAZN and the TNT. Um I can't wait to see what kind of fights we get, what kind of matchups we're gonna get moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
So
cornering the U.S. market too.
yeah,
Yep, cornering
yeah.
the U.S. market.
And like I said
Got
last night, I
fights
love
on
what Eddie's
ABC
doing.
again.
I love what Eddie's doing with Boots. Take them to New York. Build them out a little bit more so we can build that market value. And the tickets are still selling. Like I said yesterday, last time I checked, anyway, it was already 8,000 sold. You know what I'm saying? So that's a
Yep, I
really
know they
good
opened up
sign.
another section for them
Yes, they
earlier.
did. Yes, they
So
did. They opened up another section for that fight. They sure did. So things are looking good. It looks like they're gonna do a really good gate. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. I'm excited for that fight. Period. I've said this from the get go. I appreciate what
you
Xander's
going, ain't
doing.
you? You going to
Oh
that one?
hell yeah, hell yeah, I'm
You gotta
going.
get credentialed up for that one, sis.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta
for
get
sure.
credentialed up for that one.
I
Yeah,
don't know
you gotta,
how. I wish I could.
try to get
I
you
really
tapped
wish I
in with
could.
the
I don't
money.
know. I don't know who I can contact. You know what? Maybe I'll call. Maybe I'll make a call later and see if somebody can give me a credential. Shit. Either way, I'm going in that motherfucker.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah, because I
Either
know
way,
I'm
I'm
going
in the
to that
building.
Abdullah fight coming up July 4th. So I know I'm definitely working on my credentials for that fight for sure. Because I'm gonna
Yeah.
be there probably that Thursday for the final presser and up until Sunday. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to that motherfucker fight.
Yeah, that's right in your neck of the woods. You better go. That's why I said I gotta be in this motherfucker. Shit.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well,
But the fights today, ah, today was lackluster. It was as I expected. I didn't think much of this card. Pretty much. Today, I've been telling people I was like the card is is lackluster,
it's
or
trash.
what it is, and I did like what I seen from Richard Reporhe. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He did get a fifth round stoppage. That was the only knockout that we seen, on the main card. We seen, majority decision by Justice Huey, then unanimous decision by Ben and Fury. Ben ain't look crazy in this fight today. I was expecting him to probably stop Regis, and he couldn't even stop Regis. So, man, yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's what I meant, Jay man. That's exactly what I meant too about that. About it being the black company, because you're right, it is only the black fighters because David Benavidez is in love over there. Mario Barrios was in love over there. Rolly ain't got no complaints. You see what he told Devin? Shit, PBC and Tom Warner, they paying my goddamn. But what's going on with
sis, let me
DHP?
ask you this. Has it been anybody that not even a PBC fighter, a fighter that fought on PBC that's not with PBC that came over and was the B side? Has any of these guys complained about money from PBC?
I can't think of one. I can't think of not one. Nope.
Like, nobody
They all
complains about the
brag
money
about.
they
They
pay
all
from
brag
PBC.
about it. They all brag about the PBC, talk about how good they're treated, how that's the most money they ever made. Look at Ryan, still running around here talking shit about Tank, talking about he'll fight him again. I just want to fight you again, wearing a t-shirt to Tank's fight. Your number one fan, rematch me, bitch. Like, come on, stop playing. Stop playing.
Like nobody complains about their paydays from PBC, so I don't be understanding where these weak ass narratives. Like the narratives be tired. Like it's
They are
tiring now.
tired. They tired like a baby mother. You know what I'm saying? Keep taking you back to court for child support. Tired like that. Because it is. And you know where it stems from? It stems from the fat blob, you know what I'm saying, whose name I won't mention again. But it stems from him and people run with it, carrying his water, not doing their own research, not doing anything but regurgitating shit that they hear other people say because they think it sounds smart. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but they have to stop saying this. I've been hearing they've been going broke forever. I've been hearing that, Amazon Prime don't want to deal with them no more. Like, how the hell y'all know what this billionaire is doing with his company? Y'all niggas don't read. Stop playing with me. Like, stop playing. It's ridiculous. It's
Yeah, I think
ridiculous.
it was kind of wild with what did you think about Fury and AJ as far as that situation? I found it real fascinating that Fury was like pushing like this is my thing about Turkey as a Sheik, and I wanted to say this so bad when I seen this earlier, but he be so happy go lucky to announce some fights.
Hmm.
It's ridiculous. Like you so quick to announce this fight with AJ and Fury, knowing that Eddie Hearn's been on record the whole entire time saying, "Yo, we need to tune up before we go into the Fury fight. We need to tune up for AJ before we go into this Fury fight." Said this on record multiple times. Even Turkey on his latest tweet when he mentioned, the guys that he was going to be working with for 2026. He said he got one more fight in store for Fury, and he had two fights for AJ, which one being the tune-up and one being Fury. So
That's
I
right.
don't know what was it so under now. If y'all got it signed and locked in, for a date, then announce the date and say like, "Yo, AJ gonna win his fight." Next, that's tune up, and then we gonna make the fight happen with Fury. That's how you do it. But it's like they didn't even know how to even do that, and it was simple as hell to do. Now Fury said he signed his part of the contract for the fight with AJ. AJ acting like he the big dog in the situation, saying like he gonna fight when he gonna fight him and he gonna do what he want, and that Fury's gonna have to fight him on his terms and his way. So, which was real fascinating to me to hear AJ pop his shit like that.
But
What you
but
think
did
about
you also hear him say, because you gotta listen to everything, because he says, "Oh, and then you send me your terms."
it? Yeah, I heard him
That
say.
was like, well, if you the big dog, don't you send him your goddamn terms? Like, I don't know, but
He said,
It was
send me your list of demands, then we go through.
yeah. So it's like, bro, which one is it? So I definitely peeped that. But I don't know. I can't
It
say
just
be
don't
but
make
that
sense. And then Turkey was so rushed. He was so rushing to announce this news. He telling us throughout the
well, that's
night,
because he
like,
wears
"Oh,
a
yeah, I'm
dress,
gonna make
Cam.
this announcement after the fight." I'm like, okay, make the announcement.
That's because he wears a dress, Cam. But more importantly, did you see when he put that shirt in front of Frank Warren face and then put the thumbs down or some shit? I'm like, look at this petty Negro. Like,
Man,
um, hey, Bub, so how you doing, baby? Oh, hey, I hope everything is okay. Yeah, I hope you're okay, baby. Hope everything's all right with your son and everything, man.
yeah, prayers
Yeah, I know
up.
people be going through stuff, but yeah, I can duck. Creole, send me your demand so I can duck. Stop it. Yeah, I better stop it. Um, look, I don't know what's happening, but I
AJ
did
said he
find that
was
interesting.
chasing Fury for 10 years. Then Fury was chasing him for 10 years. I don't know who to believe in that case. I
Me
don't
either,
know
Cam.
who
I
to
was thinking
believe.
the same thing. I was like, who do I believe in this particular situation? It don't matter, whatever. Let him get his tune up. But back to your point, I don't think that Eddie is signing it because he's gonna do what he said he's gonna do. Listen, let him get a tune up, let him see how his body reacts after that accident. You know what I'm saying? To getting punched on, and then we'll revisit. I'm not gonna make a commitment not knowing if he can actually follow through until he's 100% or at least 80 to 90%.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So that's why I think he did it like that. But I don't blame him. And I mean, honestly, I don't know. I know Eddie's probably kind of tired of being under Turkey's thumb. You know what I'm saying? But that's your fault. Because y'all gave them the majority stake in the zone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because you
they
money hungry.
Matchroom they just read up a sponsorship deal with Riyadh season 2 recently too, like a couple months
Yeah.
ago.
I told you he need knee pads. What was I not clear about that? The boy in demand needs some knee pads.
You remember
They
Eddie said he'll wash Turkey's feet if he had to.
Yeah, he said that I know how to stay in line. Does Dana? Look at him fighting over his man. Look, that was so cringe when I heard him say that. I was like, what? That was so cringe
He
when I heard
fight
him
over
say
his
that.
man. It's
He was
crazy.
fighting over his man, honey, to let him know he don't love you like I love you. That's basically what I heard. I heard he don't love you like I love you. That's what I heard. When he said that, I was like, damn, Eddie. Well, let it be known then.
Dude, that's why you about to win, sis.
Let it be known then. Shit, let that nigga know. He said I can follow directions. Can Dana? Ooh, okay. I see you. Claus is out, honey. Eddie Hearn ain't playing. Nah, but seriously, I really do hope that Nikolai gets this through. Like I said, don't you think it's something that he should have pursued a little earlier in the game with this?
Absolutely. I
He should
not
have
even
definitely
let
pursued
alone
this.
him, says I mentioned it earlier because I know Oscar, he recently spoke that he was going to be up for that next hearing and everything. So it's like you see a lot of the boxing community, as far as the promoters and
But
the
they let it
fighters,
go too
coming into the
far.
game late on this, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Y'all too late in the game. Like they about to have this thing passed up now.
Thank you. That's what I said the
Y'all too
first
late.
time this came out and y'all went up to the Senate. Only a couple of y'all, because like I said, I spoke with what you call it, oh my god, what is that man's name? I spoke with his wife, Rachel Donaire. I spoke with her and she was telling me how she spoke at the hearing, and it was only like a
Yeah.
couple of boxers that spoke. But then you have people, like his wife Lonnie, and then you have Tyson. You have all these like big names and influential people speaking against it, and not enough other people speaking, you know what I'm saying, like speaking for it rather, and not enough people speaking against it. Like, Oscar, fuck the clapbacks, you should have been down there. You was a boxer
Mhm.
before. You then started your promotional company. So you know what type of structure this is, and you know how it's beneficial to the boxers because you were one. I don't know why all these boxers didn't flood the system. You want to know why? Because they're ignorant, right? And they're only looking at the money. That's why I don't want to hear you trinket people. They care about belts. No, 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 the fuck they don't. They're looking at the money that they think they can make over there, get them a lick. They don't care about none of this other stuff like y'all think they do or like y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Like, trust and believe. Look at what's going on. Prime example, Richardson Hitchens. You a whole champion. Now, he did say he had business to handle, so I'm assuming that means he's going to fight his mandatory. But you a whole champion willing to throw it away to go over there for a bag. What you gonna get, a Zuffa belt? At what weight class, nigga? 147? 150? Because they only have 8 weight classes over there. It's crazy.
Facts. He had me weak in his and talking about he want to fight Devin and T.O. I'm just like,
Child, please.
man,
Did you,
stop.
child, please? I almost slapped my computer when I saw this. I almost slapped my computer, brother. I said, I knew this was gonna happen. I said it. I said, watch this nigga go over there and start calling out everybody over here. That's nothing but another side of the street.
Did you hear? You ain't hear them. They asked them. They asked them about the sanctioning bodies and like how you feel about the sanctioning bodies and how Zulfa is working with the sanctioning bodies and everything. And he totally deflected from the question and
because that's not true. And this nigga right here, if I ever see this nigga right here, I'm gonna step right on his toe and I might accidentally knock his glasses on the floor. He is really selling out. He's really getting on my nerves. I used to love him when he did the 24/7 access with Mayweather and all that.
Liked that.
I used to, yo. I really did. When he was on wasn't he with Stephen A. Smith and all of that? I really did. I liked him, yo. I used to like him. Now, oh my goodness. Don't cross the street in front of my car. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, and then he contradicted himself in this shit too, talking about Edgar Berlanga. Oh, he got 16 knockouts, and we know guys that's 50-0. That's definitely
stay throwing shots. Stay throwing shots.
And talking about it's hard to do. It's hard for Berlanga to knock out 16 guys in a row. Well, don't you think some of those 16 guys were particularly picked as well, Mr. Max Kellerman? Like, miss me with the bullshit. Like
that's why I posed that question earlier.
That's why I posed that question earlier. Max no mind. He gets no mind from me. Like
that's why I posed that question earlier. How many are too many to be match made? That's a serious question. You know what I'm saying? That how many are too many to be match made before you are just content and set in your ways, and when you get in there with somebody else like a Hamza Shiraz, now you run around here with a goddamn hand wrap conspiracy theory.
Max didn't even want to mention the Hamza Shiraz fight with Berlanga. That's this shit was fugazi.
So trash.
He didn't even mention the Berlanga Shiraz fight.
So trash.
Like damn, did that fight exist?
So trash. Yeah, that damn fight existed, and he know that damn fight existed. And if he don't know, I can tag his ass in the goddamn reel because I still got it. What's up, David Lynch? How you doing, baby? Hey, Sin. Yeah, Max Kellerman is nasty. He's very, very nasty work. Disgusting. For sure, B-Dog. A damn sellout is exactly what the hell his punk ass is. But yeah, I saw that nonsense. Let me tell you something. Well, first of all, what do you think about this?
It's about time. It's time.
Yep.
It's time. It's time.
Yep. Because if not, you're nothing but a gatekeeper. If you don't go, you're gonna be the gatekeeper, and you're not even a good one. I'm just gonna keep it real. And you're not even a good.
I like Regis. No disrespect to Regis. I think he a cool dude. I love everything he does outside of the ring for New Orleans, and do his thing and everything. But just fighting wise, he just wasn't it.
He never was it. But wasn't they saying that this was Devin's best win?
The whole time.
Didn't they say this was Devin's best win?
That's what they call one of them. I seen Devin over here talk. He on Twitter earlier. He was congratulating.
Yeah, I saw that.
Regis on his career and everything. Like, look at these guys. These guys are sickening. Sick. Sickening.
You kill me when you say that. They're sick. They're sick. No, they really are.
They're like sickos.
They really are, though. You're not
lying. Eric asked if Regis sneak in the Hall of Fame as maybe. I don't know. I don't really care for the Hall of Fame because they letting anybody in there, so I don't really put too much credence on the Hall of Fame talk to me, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know. He might be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, there's guys that was two-weight division champions that ended up being in the Hall of Fame. So like the Hall of Fame criteria is for a lot of people is all jacked up from everybody. You know what I mean?
I'm about to say, and it's like, isn't it more or less opinion based anyway?
It really is. I mean, it'd be a guy that'd be a 4-weight champion, and then they'd be like, oh, he did this outside of the ring. We don't want to put him in the Hall of Fame. Like y'all picking and choosing who y'all want to be in the Hall of Fame, bro. So why should I care about y'all talk about the International Hall of Fame when y'all really don't care about it for real in reality.
Bingo. I mean, no, I agree. I gotta be honest. I agree 100%. And not for nothing. It's like to me, it's like I don't know. I'm a level of competition kind of girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Dependent. Because I don't really care that you got a belt. It's who you took it from. To me, that matters. I guess I'm just more kind of that era of boxing. You know, maybe kind of showing my age a little bit, but it is what it is. I'm more or less a competition kind of girl, right? Like, so if I can't pronounce no name on your resume, but you running around here like you really like that, I have to question if you really like that. Like, who can I point to be like, yo, he beat so and so, you know what I'm saying? And then so and so, and then so and so. Like, it can't just be one name either. Like the whole interview that Shakur did, like, really made my skin crawl.
Yeah, this new interview was nasty today. I reacted to it earlier today. It was nasty. Nasty. They asked the man Shakur about money or legacy, and he goes into this whole spiel talking about, you know, the money, talking about fighters being broke, you know, during them fighting, after they're fighting and everything. He gives all of this whole, you know, reasons of why the money, and then goes and tells us, I can't answer the question. You just basically told us. You just gave us 5, 6 different reasons of why you choosing the money over legacy, and then you don't want to answer the question. You answered it for us already, Shakur. Like, come on, Miss
He
B.
also was on I saw his ass on X2 calling people broke. I'm like, you and Clarissa get on my nerves with that. Always calling people broke. Like, what are y'all niggas in a time capsule, bro? Like, this is not 1947 where we gotta ask Massa if we can have some more shillings, or do we gotta pick some more kind. Like, niggas is out here with degrees getting the bags. Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about?
And why Shakur talk about somebody broke? Hey, you better relax, man. Because Shakur ain't in Turkey out of Sheik plans right now. So he better be linking up. Him and Jay Prince better link up with Eddie, man, and make some shake. They up here talking about Muratalla probably going back down to 135. And Shakur, and one thing in that interview too, he said that he didn't really want to fight at 140. That was real significant to me when I heard him say that in his interview earlier today too. He said he really didn't want to fight at 140. So what was the point of you talking about fighting these guys at 147 if that's the case?
Listen, he didn't really want to fight at 140. He did a Bud Crawford play, go up there, get some belts, some TO for decoration. And then what he didn't expect probably was for them to strip his ass at 135 so quickly. You know what I'm saying? He thought he could probably get away with it and take his ass back down there. But now he's in a rock and a hard place. He fought in what, January? It's been 3 or 4 months. When you going to announce your next fight, bro? He
Ain't
looking
nothing.
through the landscape to get him another easy lick. Like, people, I don't, and I'm not gonna say nothing else because people love to call me a hater. I'm hating on them, all this other kind of nonsense when I'm just pointing out the shit that I see. You know,
No,
I'm not
sis, you
blind.
missed it the other day. Where you missed it, me and Marcus, we was running content on Candre Network Friday, and Marcus was spelling a lot of gems that we know that we ain't speak about, but he was spelling a lot of gems the other day, talking
Really.
about Shakur selection of sparring partners and
But we
etc.
know
Like,
we know a lot of
oh,
those
God.
because, you know, we know a lot of those stories, you know what I'm saying? Especially ones surrounding a young champion. We know plenty of those, but and some surrounding Albert Bell, we know those. But anyway, other ones, I don't know. I'm gonna have to call Marcus. But
Yeah, I seen 2 cents. I seen 2 cents said talking about, yeah, Brad Goodman. So Brad Goodman had that interview with, I guess, with the Boston Voice, and he said they was looking to fight Shakur with Raymond Muratalla at 145. I
yeah,
think
I
he
read
meant
that.
to say 135. I don't
135,
think he
right?
meant to
Yeah, I
say
thought that.
140. That's
I
me
thought she
personally.
made a typo. I thought she made a typo, but she typed that
Now,
again.
Brad Goodman said 145, but I think he was meaning to say 135 when he said that.
Oh,
Now,
okay,
if he
okay, okay.
said, now they, because it didn't make sense. Like, why would he, like Shakur just said, he really didn't even want to fight at 140. And then he's a champion at 140. Raymond Muratalla's at 135 and is a champion at 135. So that's why I
Right.
just put together. But like, I'm like, yeah, Brad Goodman meant to say 135 instead
Oh,
of one.
okay. Okay. Yeah, I thought she made a typo or something. That's why I was like, no, maybe she mean 135 because I know Maritala is at 135. So that's what I thought she meant. Maybe he
You
made a
gotta know
mistake
that
here.
fight was kind of like brewing anyway, though. I mean, for real, to be honest, like it was like who's next? It ain't Gary, it ain't Africa. Obviously, Africa is Zufa, and ain't Dalton Smith or Puello because they about to fight coming up June 6th. So it's like all roads led to Muratala for Shakur. Like
Mhm. So he can try and be a champion again at 135. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll see what he does from there. But you know what? That's fine because after Oshaki dusts off Raymond Ford, trust and believe me, he gonna circle back for that ass. I don't know why he thinks he can avoid Oshaki Ford stuff, but he's not gonna be able to do for long. Because didn't they tell Oshaki he can reactivate his mandatory anytime he want to?
I mean, yeah, he could push his position for the WBC. But the case with that is, of course, you got Hadi Herrera as the interim, and then of course he's
Yeah, I
supposed to
don't like
fight
how
the
they did him.
winner
I don't
of
like
that
how they
Lamar
did
Roach
how
and
to.
Williams to pay the fight.
I don't like how they did him. Just pushed him to the side to give funky ass Lamont Roach and Zepeda a fight. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Hey, I told people, and people didn't believe me when I said it. I said, yeah, sources said that Lamont and Williams Zepeda went to the WBC and said, "Yo, we got a fight locked in. Can y'all approve it for the title?" And the WBC approved it. So
That's bullshit, yo. But the winner
that's
of
how
that
they
fight has
move
to
with that.
fight. But the winner of that fight has to fight Herrera, right?
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
so Herrera will fight the winner of that fight, which is he should have been the person fighting for that vacant title, and one of those guys was supposed to fight him.
Yeah.
Supposed to, but
Yeah.
that's why you got a lot of people shit on the sanctioning bodies with moves like that, in particular.
Y'all think they trying to put themselves back in position in the event that Tank come back? Because what is that, 135?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're not slick. They're not slick. You said Ray Ford is an interesting fighter. I'm sorry, Big Dre. I'm sorry. I didn't know you was in here. My bad. I didn't mean to call him funky. But I'm sorry, guys. The what you call didn't stay. The link didn't stay. I'm sorry. 1 second. Because I told you I gotta work on my phone. My damn computer froze. It's back up now, but I'm in the kitchen cooking now, so the hell with it. I'll just drop the link again. But yeah, so I mean that fight is like what it is. I think Lamont should win against Zepeda.
Yeah.
Um, we'll see what happens from there. But just overall, you know what I'm saying? I've been getting a lot of backlash, and I don't know if I told you about it. Well, I don't care. But about my video about uh Caroline not being ready, and as you can see, she's still online, popping her shit.
Yeah, she
Asking
going at
people.
Alicia non-stop on Twitter. I was like, damn.
Yeah, she's on there asking people, who should she fight? Should she fight Elif Naran or um should she fight Alicia? And it's like, girl, you need to fight Elif. She's not is she her mandatory? She's somewhere like that. You need to fight this girl. You worrying about the wrong shit.
She
And I know
Alicia got
people.
other title holders. Her and Stephanie Hines. So it's like you got two other title holders at 135. So
Mhm.
make those fights happen. You know what I'm saying? Because to me personally, this is what it looks to me. I believe Amanda Serrano was one of the names for Alicia on her contract when she signed with MVP. Now, whether they make the fight happen, I'm not sure. I know, of course, Alicia fights next Friday. Then Amanda's fighting May 30th. So they fighting close around the same time. So not too far apart, about a month apart. So to me, it kind of seems like they may be having that fight for Alicia with Amanda Serrano on the horizon. We don't know 100%, but if she can't get that fight, like right now, I personally feel like Alicia and Caroline is 2027 type shit right now. I don't see it being 2026. I understand Caroline pushing for the fight and wanting that fight and believing that it's a super fight, but she has to understand like, hey, handle your shit, do what you do, let this shit marinate, keep building. MVP's going to make this fight. Like both of these ladies keep winning, their next couple of fights. they're going to make this fight eventually. It's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see it being a
Exactly.
2026. It's like a 2027 type fight for me.
That's the same thing I said. I'm like, yo, nobody's saying that they can't fight. I'm just saying they can't fight right now. They need to build the fight up. Like if we give the people that fight right now, what other fight are we gonna be building besides Clarissa and Shadeja? And we don't even know if that fight is gonna happen because she's taking her ass over to London to fight Lauren Price.
Caroline haven't even fought 12 rounds, 3-minute rounds yet either. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's a whole nother case.
Exactly.
That's a whole nother conversation people don't want to have right there. Like you got that in play.
Exactly. But Too Rich, what's up?
What going on, Drag Queen? What going on, Pounding? Man, what's
How you
up? I've
doing,
been
baby?
all right, all right. I just
Oh,
been
you ready?
listening,
You
man.
ready? You about to cry wolf up here?
What I'm crying
What
wolf
you about to
about,
cry
boy? You know
wolf
I don't
about
bring nothing
tonight
but
with
truth,
two
man.
radio
I
too
don't
rich?
bring nothing but truth. I don't bring nothing but truth.
Stop the cap. You just lied in 5 seconds.
Nah, but I don't know, man. Y'all on the ladies now, man. I'll let y'all cook. I don't know. We know it's a good fight, Baumgartner and Dubois, but you know the
Do you
politics.
think
You
it
got
should
to
be
let it play
now,
out.
too rich? You think it should be
Huh?
now, or you think they
That's
should
why I
let
say
it
it might not
marinate
be
into a
ready.
super fight?
Yeah, it might not be ready just now. It might not be ready now. You know, I ain't got a problem with that. I don't think it got to be a fight that had got to be fought next. I don't necessarily think that, but you know, they doing they building it up. But you know how it is. Sometimes you can let it build too long and somebody drop the ball. So you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's building too long. Shit, it ain't even been building that long. You know, she just
no,
recently
it ain't.
started being more aggressive with her call outs, which is like, all right, you keep doing your thing, you keep winning, I keep winning, we'll make that fight. But you cannot fault Alicia for looking in front of her and not behind her.
That's a
Well,
fact.
but that's how the game go. You know,
No, I get it. Caroline is looking at the person in front of her, which she sees
yeah,
is Alicia. But Alicia's looking in front of herself, which is the Amanda Serranos, the Katie Taylors. I'm not worrying about you coming up behind me. I'm worrying about the bitches in front of me that I need to knock off to become the face of MVP.
yeah, and I agree with that. We saw that with Crawford and Boots, right? And Crawford had no reason to look behind him. You know what I mean? So you know, it depends on who you like. You know what I'm saying? Depend on who you like, depend on which strategy you use. You know what I mean? But I do agree that Caroline should call her out. Make noise. Call her out,
Yeah.
make noise, clout chase, whatever y'all want to call it. That's what you're supposed to do. And uh put pressure on Alicia, but Alicia got to keep moving like she moving.
Did he
Well,
lose
we good.
minutes? Or what's going on? Did he lose minutes on his service? What's going on? I thought he was talking.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Enigma
Go pay your
D,
phone bill
you
and come
went.
back to Rich. Anyway, let's move around. Enigma, what's up, baby?
Nah, I'm here. I got a call. My bad. Y'all go ahead.
Okay. Enigma, my boy, was good, brother.
Enigma. We got a whole bunch of niggas just want to be seen tonight.
What's
Enigma.
good, mama? What's good?
What's
What's
up?
good?
What's up, baby?
Can't call it. Can't call it. Give me a minute though. Give me 1 second.
Oh, y'all are doing too much. Mr. Lynch, what's up? Mr. Lynch. Hello. You know what? Y'all niggas is up here crowding up my panel and ain't saying a damn thing. We're not gonna do all that there. You got people that want to talk. Come on back when y'all get it together. We ain't got no time for that. We
We're
ain't got
here.
nobody's time for that. You here?
Man.
But what I was saying before, I don't have a problem with what y'all call clout chase. I think that's what fighters supposed to do. If you remember back with Shannon Briggs, did you see the amount of trolling that he did to Klitschko? I mean, that's what make the fights exciting. It applies pressure. You see what I'm saying? So if you coming up, you call out the person at the top. But the person at the top do got to move a little strategically. So that's just the game.
Understand that. I understand that, and like I said, I'm not really upset with that. But you can't be upset with Alicia ignoring her ass neither.
No. But think about it from her point of view. These people keep calling for this fight. She might feel a little pressure, but she might gotta jump out her body before she wants to, or she sticks to the game plan. You know what I mean? So
My bad,
that's
I'm
just the
cooking.
game.
I'm cooking. Shut up, Jack Quinn. Shut your ass up. Go ahead, Too Rich. I didn't realize what time it was.
No. I was just saying, Baumgart got to stick to her game plan, but you could tell the pressure of the and all the talk is kind of bothering her, and that's the game. Try to get you out your skin a little early. So but I think it's a
um,
good fight. But I do agree with Cam to say in Dubois fight, it looked like she gassing a little bit toward the end, and those are 2-minute rounds.
yep.
So she might not be quite ready yet. You know what I mean? But she
She's
just
not
popping her
ready.
shit. Yeah, she just popping her shit.
She ain't ready.
First of all, Bones, ain't a damn thing dry about my food, and I'm not making chicken. Shut your ass up. But go ahead. Come over here bothering me. Y'all come over here bothering me all the damn time. Go ahead though, Mr. Lynch. What do you do? But we don't have to just talk about this. I mean, this is the topic that we're talking about now. But we covered, the boys going over to Zuffa, their little speeches that they made for why they went over there, the fights that took place earlier, Regis retiring. Xander's comments about Devin. What do y'all think about Xander's comments about Devin? Here, let me play that just in case y'all didn't see what the young and said. I love his confidence though. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I really am. I'm feeling his confidence level.
The boy got some swag
What
to
did
him.
you think about that fight though? Because I thought that was interesting. Like he would be coming up. He's a really good boxer. He would be coming up. Was that something that made you feel like, oh, okay, I want this, or like
I was gonna run through him.
Yeah, run through Devin Haney.
I was gonna run through
Then he a
him.
good boxer though.
I was gonna run through him. Oh man, I promise I was gonna run through him.
Ooh.
Like what he felt during like Ryan Garcia at 40.
Yeah.
I was gonna feel it triple at 54. He don't know. Like I'm telling you, he was probably gonna go in the ring. He's a big 40 or like now 47. He maybe gets in at like 160. I'm getting in that ring at 180. He's not ready for
different.
that. It's different. It's
I'm
different
still
in there.
hold up. So you still open to that in the future though?
Oh yeah, for sure, sure. Of course, Devin Haney. Anywhere you put it, he's a big name. He's a big draw. I mean, 3 times world champion. 3 times, 2 times.
I think 3.
3.
Yeah.
35, 40, 47. Big name, big draw.
What did you think about?
Now I don't know about the big draw part. I don't know
Devin
about the
Haney
draw
ain't no
part.
draw. Devin
Hey,
Haney
Xander,
can't draw. Ain't no draw. He can't draw niggas to a high school gymnasium. Devin
well,
Haney a
Xander bragging
draw.
about weight bullying. I tell you that he bragging about it.
Yeah, he talking about he been in the ring at 180.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I like
What's up,
Xander, man.
Thomas?
I like Xander. But I'm gonna say this:
Mm.
I don't care who win that fight. Devin Haney, if Boots win, Devin Haney should be calling Boots out. If Xander win, Devin should be calling Xander out. Because you got to think, just a couple of months ago when Devin was calling out Mario Barrios and Rolly and Xander, people say he was running around cherry picking. So he shouldn't care if Boots win the fight. You see what I mean? He shouldn't care. Now I know it's a good fight, it's a good win, but from Devin's point of view, why would he care? He was trying to fight Xander. So you know what I mean? I sure expect him to call somebody out.
You know what I said that earlier. I said if Boots win, I expect Devin to call him out with the same energy that he was calling out, Xander, and really mean it. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Really mean it. You know.
Now,
Shout
I'm
out
not
to
saying he
Mister. Who
win.
is that? I can't even. God damn it. But I do expect him to call him out if anything. But what do y'all think? Xander said he'll walk right on through Devin, child. I ain't
I
mad at
believe it.
that.
Oh yeah.
Shout out
He
to
got
Mr.
work, man.
Quarterbone with the $5. Good evening to you too. We are good. We are good. We are good. You can click the link, Mr. Greg, if you feel like you want to participate in the conversation. But right now, we're just talking about the fights that took place earlier, which I thought about those cards. I'm happy that Regis announced his retirement because I don't really feel like he has anything left to offer the game. I mean, he's, what is he, a
Mm-hmm.
two-time champion and all of that other stuff. So shout out to him for that. But I think it is time that he leaves on the note that he left on. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, he'll just be a gatekeeper and he won't even be a good one. He got a busted up knee, his feet stuck in quicksand. Just go on somewhere. Go on and sit down.
Yeah,
Nose
he was
been
stuck
broke
in the
about
mud.
4 times. The nose been broke about 4 times. Yeah, he need to go away, far away. Right now, I'm looking at that Pro Box card.
Yeah, I was just gonna take
The
the two
Vito
the
card,
main event.
the Vito Milnicki card, ain't Vito on
Yeah.
that card?
Yeah. Right now, Flemings Jr. and Marcos is going at it. They're in the
Who
third
won that
round.
bus fight? Who won
Uh,
that Martinez butt fight?
I don't know. I missed that because look, yo, I'm looking at TV. I got four things up. I was looking at it, but I saw Martinez was like trying to showboat, and that made
Oh.
me go, yeah, you
Wait a
know what I
minute, which
mean?
hold on, did y'all see? I don't know if y'all follow Showtime or No Time. He got a draw. He got a draw in his fight.
Who did?
Who?
Showtime.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he got a draw.
hmm But I got the pro box
Yeah, he got.
card up. I
I
got
want to
UFC
go back
up.
and watch
I
that
got
whole
some other.
fight because he looked like he was winning that fight from the little highlights I seen. So I need to go back and watch that fight if it's still up on Pro Box. I missed the whole entire fight for that.
Yeah, he was saying something under because they talking shit underneath the comment section. I seen
They got one on live. They got one on live now. It's
um
the one I'm
cool,
looking at.
cool boy Steph was talking his shit.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
couple other
We talking about
niggas.
the Pro Box score from yesterday, D Lynch, from last
Yeah.
night.
What with Vito?
No, Vito's
Yeah,
on the
Vito
one
Melaleuki
today.
fighting tonight.
Yeah,
That's
I'm looking
tonight.
at. Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at.
No,
That's
I'm
right
talking
now. We
about
talking about the
Showtime or
Pro
No
Box.
Time. Showtime or No Time for last night.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right, all right.
Pro
I
Box
missed that.
TV. Yeah, they had the card last night.
He got
You
a
know what I'm saying?
draw. Yeah.
Mm, I missed that one. I missed the one from
Yeah, I
last
did
night.
too. I gotta go back and watch it because I was like, what? He got a draw?
Man,
So I gotta
I,
go see what's going on.
I ain't even look at that Fury fight. I didn't even look at that.
Hey Jab,
You ain't missed shit, Mr. Lynch. Yes,
I
Enigma.
know. I won.
I wanted to go back to something that you touched on way earlier
Okay.
when you were talking about when fighters
Shakur.
step up. When should they step up?
Shakur.
And I feel like starting from the amateurs, every three fights, I feel like every three fights you should step up your competition little by little. Like every three fights, you fighting
Okay.
somebody that's more difficult than it was the last person.
Okay.
Starting from your amateurs, going up to your pros. That's what I think.
Okay.
And motherfucking Richardson Hitchens, I think he fucked himself over by going over there to fucking Zuffa. I think he did himself a disservice. The same way John Opatai did himself a disservice. But
I think so.
Edgar, that's a different story. And the fight that he about to have is not a sure win for him. He might fuck around and get stopped.
He going in there with the boy from Heidelberg Heights, ain't he?
He
Yeah.
might fuck around and get stopped. The
Yeah.
hammer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. But in that other point you made, I think Edgar Berlanga is not a superstar.
He's
He's
not.
Hell no.
he's a hood star. He's a
Yeah.
neighborhood star. He's known in his neighborhood.
Very true.
That's what I feel.
That's
Well,
as far as
that's
it
not
gonna
what he
go.
said. That's not what he said,
First and foremost,
Enigma.
I want to thank Zuffa. I want to thank Dana White. I want to thank Nick Khan, for this amazing opportunity. For the fans, man, I come with a lot of explosion. Superstar status, like I always say. It's gonna be a big year for me. We looking to chase belts, become world champ, and get that bag and continue to build a brand. Like I was telling Dana, that's one thing that I loved about Dana. One thing about the UFC.
Let me say something, right? What they're over there under the illusion that they can still win belts over there. That's not the
Yeah.
case.
Nope.
They fight for that Super belt.
Nope. And if Dana wants you to fight for the Zuffa belt, you get to fight for it. Ain't no mandatory. You can't petition a sanctioning body. You can't do what you want to do to try to get a fight. It's up to Dana.
Well, hell, ain't no sanctioning body over there.
Nope. It's just Dana.
That shit crazy,
Yeah.
man.
Hey,
Mhm.
I'm thinking Man, logically is like this. The only reason why they sign it, because clearly the numbers on the paper make sense. You know, regardless of what we think Zuffa paying, they clearly done busted that strategy, and they signing motherfuckers for $15 million and millions of dollars. So
Man, they
I,
capping on them damn
but what
contracts.
I'm saying, look at
$15
it from their
million.
point of view. They see the
They
contract. They
cap.
see the contract. So whatever they
That's
telling them,
cap.
but listen what I'm saying. Whatever they telling them, they're buying into what Dana is telling them. So if Dana telling them, hey man, you're gonna still be able to fight for the belts, then they'll believe in that. Now in time they might find out that not to be
Yeah,
true.
but too rich. How can you still believe in that and you see what happened to Ja Opataya? So that
Yep.
in itself is a lie.
Because you're looking at the numbers on the paper. You're looking at them numbers on that paper that they're giving you, and you're willing to believe whatever they're telling you.
Which goes back to my point. They don't give a damn about them belts. They about that money.
Well, hey, it's about the money, but they're telling them you are going to be able to fight for the belt. So maybe there's something going on behind the scene, because you got to think about Turkey still with Ring and he with Zuffa. So we're seeing Zuffa fighters fighting on Ring cards. So maybe they're telling them something that they're still going to be able to fight on Ring cards or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's something that they're telling them that's convincing them that this is a good deal.
Too rich. I hear what you're saying, but what I'm telling you is you can tell me whatever you want to tell me, but I'm gonna look at the person that came over here before me and you told them that same shit and they got stripped. You think I would believe you?
Yeah, but on one end, y'all say he don't have value, and Zuffa putting numbers on the paper to say, here's your value. They're taking those numbers regardless.
So in other words, what you're saying is they're trying to build a star.
Yeah, they're telling them, they're probably promising them something in the future. We're doing this, we're signing this many people, rock with us, and we're gonna, bring you to whatever it is. And then with the numbers on the paper, they're like, okay, I'm gonna play the game. Shit, fuck it.
Because right now, Richardson Hitchens and Jai Opataya are the two best fighters they got over there on Zuffa.
Yeah, but Zuffa they currently are signing. What did Turkey do when he first got here? He started signing them B-side fighter. Before you know it, he had everybody. He was able to put on big fights. So I think Zuffa doing the same thing. Sign all the names that are B-side fighters, and then eventually all the competition gonna be on Zuffa.
Hey, Sugar Shane Mosley Jr. over there. What's Coach Kenny boy name? I don't know why his name slipped me.
You said Coach Kenny?
Jalil Hackett.
Jalil Hackett.
Jalil Hackett.
Jalil Hackett over there?
Hackett over there. Yeah,
yeah,
he
Jalil
over
Hackett been over there.
Yeah.
So they're slickly signing names, not the biggest name, but they're signing names that people know. So
Hold
on, y'all. Aircraft carrier. No, I don't care about belts. I am strictly about the competition, and I've been extremely vocal about that throughout my whole time on YouTube. I don't give a damn about your little belt, who you fought to get it, right? But what I'm telling you is there are certain boxers who need belts to bring certain value, right? But if Richardson Hitchens is gonna stay over there and that's what he want to do, then that's fine. But don't go over there and then call out all the niggas over here that you could have fought before you went over there. So that's my problem with Richardson Hitchens.
Right.
Hey, look at Berlanga first fight. Like we saying, Berlanga might get knocked out in his first fight. Them jokers gonna have to fight.
That's what I said.
They're gonna have to fight, bro.
You're right about
They're
that.
gonna have to fight.
I think he's going to go to sleep. He might go to sleep. For real.
I know he got Hamza Sharab PTSD.
Yeah, because if we're being honest, Berlanga's not technical at all. He relies solely on his power.
Yep. He has no skill at all. No skill for it. He's just a brawler. Might as well call him a brawler.
I can get with that. I really can.
And to your other point, Jagwing, I'm rocking with Xander. I feel like he will steamroll Devin Haney ass.
Yep.
He will steamroll his ass.
Devin has still got PTSD. You see him in the ring, the way he react.
I seen how he was fighting. Even though he won against Brian Norman, he still, for him, scary.
Yep. That nigga got
So
PTSD, serious.
I mean, just think about it. Say this with football, right? You had an injury, right? So when you first come back, you might be a little ginger. Y'all might be right. A little bit of PTSD, but each fight after that, you come back to yourself eventually. Especially if you keep winning in boxing, you got to keep winning.
sometimes,
But but
sometimes,
that shit happens, man. Look at Tim Zoo. You can tell he still got a little
No,
PTSD.
I agree with too, Rich. If he continues to win, then his confidence will come back. But that doesn't mean that it won't always be in the back of his mind.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
no,
but if he only
it'll
winning
always be
against,
there. It'll
if he
always be
just
there.
getting soft touches, he winning
Yep.
against soft touches in fights that he's supposed to win. That ain't gonna do him no motherfucking good. Because when he get in there with somebody
Nope.
else that's a dog that got some power, it's gonna be a different story. You're gonna see flashbacks of Ryan Garcia.
But Enigma, let's be
Mm-hmm.
honest. When has he ever been in there with a dog?
Right
When he
there.
was in there with Ryan Garcia.
He was in there with
No.
Regis, but it wasn't the same with Regis.
Ryan ain't no goddamn dog. Ryan has proven to be a quitter
No,
over and over
I'm
again.
talking about the way Ryan whipped his
He was in
ass.
there with
He was
Regis,
like a
but
dog biting him.
he wasn't a young Regis that Devin was in there with
Oh
though. I
man.
mean, so
Man, let's face the fact. Most of Devin wins are against older fighters, man.
yeah,
Seriously. That's past their prime. That's on
you ain't
their way.
lying. That's not a lie.
Mostly all of them. Except for Regis Prograis was an old head. You might as well say it. Lomachenko was old. You know, the only one that
Exactly.
was this age was Ryan Garcia.
Hey,
But
Jad, let me ask you something. Let me ask
Huh?
all y'all something.
Huh?
What do you think about what Roy Jones and Andre Ward had to say about Javante Davis's resume?
they some dumbass, they some clowns. You know why?
Like that,
What they
I
doing
didn't.
is they placating to
I
Turkey
didn't
so
hear
that
it.
they
I didn't
can get
hear it.
that
What did they
payday.
say? I didn't
They
hear it. What did they
said
say?
they said
That's
he don't
crazy.
fight nobody.
Yep. They said his resume trash. He
He
ain't really
don't
got no
fight
good
nobody.
resume.
Yeah. But
I
how
did not
come
like that shit, boy.
my thing is
I didn't
this,
like that shit at all.
if it's that bad, why the hell is Devin and Shakur trying to fight his leftovers?
Exactly.
If he don't fight nobody. They made themselves look so fucking stupid. That's what get me. You get two intelligent boxers, you know what I mean? That straight up fighters. Next thing you know, they in their waning years, they need that paycheck. You know what I mean? Either training or consulting, or they need their
No,
paycheck. They sign up with Turkey Al Sheik and Ring Magazine, get a card over there, get a show over there on the zone, and then begin to sell their soul.
if y'all really notice this shit, and I'm a fan of Roy Jones as a fighter. As a trainer, he is not
No.
it. Every fighter he
I
trained
can
get
agree with
their
that.
ass beat.
I can agree with that. And I love Roy
Yeah, he
Jones.
dug shit when it come to
That
training.
shit crazy to me.
He dug shit when it come to
I
training.
mean,
But
maybe
you know
they
what,
just
Enigma? Just because you can teach it don't mean you. Just because you can do it don't mean you can teach it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
True that.
Yeah.
True that.
Right.
But maybe they just
100%.
understand. Maybe they understand the game, man. They understand how the game is played, how the game is put together, and maybe they just understand it. And so every fighter is put together like that to a certain degree, but at some point you come out of that. So where's the coming out of that part of building a fighter? But hey, look, I understand. Tank is the money. Tank is the money. He stands to lose a lot more if he lose than the guy that's challenging him. So I do understand that. It's like, why take the risk when I'm gonna lose because I'm the draw and I don't have to? We saw Canelo do the same thing, man. Maybe that's just a part of the game, man. And they understand it.
I just wish that again, like we done went with this shit 1,000 times. If Tank resume's trash, right? Then Shakur's must be trash. All those other guys must be trash. And
Devins.
they ain't fighting no fucking
Devins.
body.
Exactly. Devins, especially Shakur resume. Come on, he got a whole lot of belts, but he a product. He a prime product of the
He
top
got space
ranked
fillers, man.
matchmaking. Yeah, he the pride product of top ranks matchmaking system.
Exactly.
Seriously. Every time he fought for a belt, it was for a belt that somebody else have left behind that they put up. They put it up.
I just think These jokers need to have that same energy all the way around the board, man. Stop with the bullshit. Stop placating to your favorite fighters and shit like that just because that's your boy and you mentor them or whatever the case may be. Keep it fucking real.
Yeah,
That's
true
all
that.
I ask.
True that. And that's something that Andre Ward do not do. Do not do at all.
Well,
Andre
let me ask
Ward
y'all this question:
has
Who would y'all
always
like to
been
see
that
Tank
kind.
fight?
He's
Who would
always
y'all
been a
like to see
company
Tank
guy.
fight? Who would
Yo,
y'all like to see Tank fight though?
I
One at a
Like
want
for
time,
to.
real,
y'all.
for
One
I
real.
at a time.
look.
One at a time.
I want
I'm
to see
just
him
asking.
knock
Who?
before Stevenson block off.
There you go. Everybody knows the fights we want to see, man. Everybody know that. We know the fights. We the fans. We know what we want to see, and we
Yeah,
ain't getting it. That's the
yeah, but
problem.
who fault is that
Oh,
fight
yeah,
ain't happening?
exactly.
It's Shakur fault. Taking them,
Well, this
talk
the
to
way I
that
look at
nigga.
it. Took 2 days
We
for the
already know the
PBC
way
to
you look
send
at
Devin
it.
a contract, bro.
We
It's
already
took
know how
2
you
days
look at it.
for Rolly.
Cut it out.
For
Cut out.
Rolly, they
We
took
already
2
know how
days to
you
send
look
a
at it.
contract. We waited for years for these contracts to come for these other fighters, man. So that's
It
all
ain't
I'm
about the
saying. Just
contract
look at the
coming.
game, bro.
It's
It's a
about what
game.
they
At the end of
say.
the day, it's a game.
It ain't
It's a
about
game.
that. It's about what they say in the
Wait,
post.
hey, Mr. Lynch, watch this.
And
Watch this, Mr. Lynch. Watch this,
yeah,
right? You talk about contracts, right? Devin supposedly the A side. He the name. But it's Rolly who sent that niggas a contract
mm-hmm,
as the B side.
mm-hmm.
Well, the PBC is put
How do
on a
you
fight for
explain
their
that?
fighter. They're
Okay,
putting on a
can I
fight
say
for
one
their
thing,
fighter.
man?
Rolly is their fighter.
We got it
No,
in
One
Listen,
at
here.
a
PBC
it,
time.
fighter.
One
Devin
at a
ain't not their
time,
fighter.
y'all.
I'm just saying, Rolly is the PBC fighter. Devin is not a PBC fighter, so they're putting on a fight for Rolly. So how much are they willing to invest for a Rolly fight? If you're not going to invest it for Devin Haney, who you going to pay for to fight Rolly?
Okay, bad. But right now in 8K, my man Cam say 4K, but in 8K, we got him literally moving around two fights. Two fights in which he can literally make if he wants to make the fight. One is Ryan Garcia, the other one is Rolly. What fights do we want to see Devin Haney make? Because it's always about what Tank is doing, what he ain't doing, what any other Al Heyman fighter is not doing. But it's never about what these niggas is doing. Their resumes are so much more trash than Tank. It's not even funny. It's ridiculous. But you Negroes gaslight them resumes just to make them look better than a top rank. I mean, a PBC fighter. And for what? He got a chance to make. He got a chance to make what you call legacy right now, history right now. He can win another division, a belt in the division. He can win 2 belts in that division. That nigga's not trying to fight neither one of them. He gonna be in the ring with a nigga like Pacquiao. So where's his accountability? And who has he been fighting? To this date, who is his best fighter? It's a nigga that should have been at 30. We got to do that like Enigma said. We got to keep it all the way funky if we going to keep it funky. None of these Negroes is fighting nobody. None of them fighting one another. But the only one held to that standard is an Al Heyman fighter. Because them niggas can't stand Al Heyman.
Hey, look,
And that's
let me
really
tell you
all
why
it
though.
is.
Hey, T Hill, real talk. Let me tell you why is okay. If y'all would step aside and let Turkey make the fight will be made. It's not being
Hold on,
made
hold on,
because
hold on, hold
he's
on,
a
hold on.
PBC
Everybody be
fighter.
quiet. Everybody be quiet. Too Rich, why do they have to step aside and let Turkey make the fight? Al
No,
Heyman has his own promotional company. He is not like the Matchrooms and the Golden Boys who just sit around on their ass and let another man take their fighters, okay, and then do whatever he wants to do with them. He is like, I don't understand why y'all think that Turkey is the end all be all. They all have their own individual promotional companies. Why should they have to? He don't have to go through Turkey. He's been making fights all this time without Turkey. Why does he need
No,
Turkey?
I'm not saying that they have to, Jack Quinn. What I'm saying, I'm responding to Thomas Hill to say, okay, if it's a matter of the fight being made, if the PBC wasn't involved, then Turkey could make the fight offer Tank 50 million and whatever the case may be. What I'm saying is that those fights are not being made because of the loyalty to the PBC. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The loyalty. Okay, so now we have to wait on the PBC to make the fight. That's all I'm saying.
You don't have to wait on the PBC to do nothing because the PBC
Listen.
do not have to validate Turkey Al-Sheikh and his promotional company or whatever company they
Let
is.
me hold on, Mr. Lynch. I got this. So to Rich, let me explain something to you, right? you're basically saying, just let Turkey take care of it and overpay these guys, right? And we
No,
all know
I'm
that
not
that is not
saying
how,
that.
that is exactly what you're saying, because you're saying we have to wait on the PBC. If the PBC is making them offers, right? The PBC offered Devin Haney a fight. He decided that money was not good enough, right? The PBC, for whatever the hell talks took place with Shakur Stevenson, he decided whatever happened with that situation happened with that situation. So here's the thing, right? At the PBC, they go off of your market value. If you are two stone cold undercard fighters, why the hell would I overpay you? My business model is not modeled after a Turkey Al-Sheikh. He's into overpaying y'all. He's into not getting a return on his investment. They are running a business over there. Now, I don't know if Turkey Al-Sheikh is running a damn Ponzi scheme, honey. They over there rinsing, repeating money, allegedly. I don't know what's happening over there, but the PBC is into making money. And the way you do that is getting a return on your investment. You make as little investment up front to get as much as you can on the back end. You do not pay anybody until you are in the black. And that is exactly a business model that is sustainable when you are looking to make money and continue to make money in the long run.
Yo, Jab, how can you see that, but
Do that.
these other people who have
Listen
Do
though,
businesses
that.
now, 'cause
cannot?
just a year ago,
Have
look,
spoken.
Do that.
One at
just
a
a year
time.
ago, just a year ago, the whole narrative was PBC pay low guarantees and you get your money on the back end. You eat what you kill. So what I'm saying, I would think if you want to fight a Devin Haney, maybe you give him 2.5 up front and he get the rest on the back
Who the
end.
fuck is
I
a
would think.
Devin Haney?
Oh,
Devin
what I'm saying,
Haney ain't
okay.
worth
Let me
2.5
say, I'm gonna
mil.
land my plane right here. I'm gonna land my plane right here. What I'm saying is, okay, if you're not gonna invest that much, you think, well, that's too much money to invest in a Devin Haney. Cool. If Devin Haney moves to the side, you still got to get Rolly an opponent. How much are you going to invest in that fight for Rolly? Devin Haney just coming out his biggest payday. He don't need the fight. He coming off his biggest payday. How much you willing to pay for Rolly?
Hey, Too Rich. He don't need to fight, but he the one who wanted to fight Rolly. Because Rolly got 2 belts.
And like I said on Cam J show, I tell you
How about
that
that?
this is the question that I answer everybody's thing. When the Golden Boy made the fight with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney was DHP then too. We ain't hear none of this. We ain't hear none of this shit. Why didn't we hear it? And whatever your answer is,
Too
it
Rich. Are you
answers this
talking about the
question.
lawsuit that took place after the fight where he
No,
sued Oscar De La Hoya? Are you talking
we
about
talking
that?
about when they made the fight. When they made the fight, we didn't hear about none of this. So what I'm saying is, whatever the reason is that they were able to make that fight and we didn't have to hear none of this, then something's different now. Something is
Because
different.
Turkey was a part of that. Turkey was a part of that. Turkey put that money up for Devin
Ryan
Haney.
Garcia one. He wasn't part of Ryan Garcia Devin one. That was a Golden Boy promotion. It wasn't a co-promotion. It was a Golden Boy promotion.
Yeah, it wasn't a co-promotion, which means DHP ain't put up a damn dollar.
Exactly. So this is about money. This is about money. That's all I'm saying. This is about money.
Devin always wants somebody to cover his fight. For him to have his own promotional company. He don't want to put up no money.
You ain't never seen him put on a fight. You know he ain't promoting. He just independent, man. That's all. Maybe he got to go sign to Eddie Hearn. That's my advice. Go sign Eddie Hearn for 2 or 3 fights so you can kill all this narrative.
Man, Devin
But
about
he
to
ain't
have
gonna
to
do that.
sign
He
to
probably ain't gonna
Zuffa.
do that. So you know.
True that.
And
Devin
Shakur gonna be
That's what I
following
said.
right after him, man, if they continue to operate the way they
They
are.
trying to be bosses while they employees out here trying to be independent out here. No loyalty right there has them boys right now currently not having no loyalty from the promoters right now. That's why they need to fuck around and lock a 2-3 fight deal in with one of these guys and get some work in, man. Because right now, Turkey Al-Sheikh, he got his plan set and he's valuing Ryan Garcia more than them other guys right now. And that's just the fact of the matter.
Hey Cam, who on the zone as we speak?
Matchroom, Queensberry,
Golden
Top
Boy.
Rank, Golden Boy, the Misfits.
So virtually everybody but the PBC. Ain't Ryan Matchroom? I mean Golden Boy, and ain't they can make a fight with any one of those people?
Golden Boy working with PBC.
So we could get the fight.
All of them work with PBC.
No, they not.
Well, I know PBC works with everybody, but you know they get a negative rap here. But we just gonna go with what because Ryan is on Golden Boy. They are being umbrellaed or housed underneath the zone. Same place where Devin is going to have to do his bidding. The only way he goes to Turkey, the Turkey route, is that first and foremost they put on a fight, and they're putting on fights through the zone and through Zuffa. So which route he going? Because he gonna have to make a fight.
Yeah, he's gonna have to
Some
sign
of these dudes
Eddie
got
Hearn.
spoiled by them
Have to sign Eddie
guaranteed
Hearn.
bags, man. And them guaranteed bags ain't looking so sure thing from motherfuckers right now.
Not no more.
You know what I'm saying? Turkey Al-Sheikh, he ain't mentioned none of the Tom and Jerry guys in that tweet he made, dog.
No, he didn't.
Just read the room with that.
No, he didn't.
Hey,
And
shout
I'll
out to
tell
the
you this.
civilian.
And
Shout
I
out to
tell
the
you
civilian.
this. I tell you this, straight up. Yeah, read the room. Why you think Shakur out here right now speaking Tank name and clout chasing him without saying his name?
Is Shakur gonna fight Raymond Mortala?
Shakur know that money ain't coming back no more from Turkey. What he said before, he was like, I'm my own fighter. I make my own money. I don't need nobody, blah, blah, blah. All of that bullshit he was talking. Now look where he at. What he doing? He back the clout chasing. He back the clout chasing Tank. He back the clout chasing Tank.
Hey, that's the
what
fight
it
we
is.
want to see. Well, that's the fight we want to
Is
see.
he about
Call
to
his
fight
ass out.
Mortala?
Call him
But
out.
whenever the offer come, that nigga need to take whatever the fuck is on the
He might
table
have to.
and
He
get
might
his
have
ass
to.
in the goddamn ring.
No
Hey,
money.
Jazz.
You know what?
He might have to put money with the
Jay
fight.
Prince ain't letting that nigga
Is
fight Tank.
Shakur about to fight Raymond Mortala or what?
Well, that's what it's looking like. He's trying to get that fight done.
Okay.
And I bet you ain't getting paid like you was when Turkey.
And
You ain't getting that.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I'll tell you what, guys. I don't know what Shakur's going to do. I feel like he's maybe in between a rock and a hard place. He's trying to, look at the landscape, and you know how he do. He sees what's the path of least resistance, right? For him to travel. And for right now, he got his sights set on Maritala. Once
He
he
need a
gets that
belt.
belt, if he gets that belt, we'll see if he calls out Abdullah. We'll see, what he does from there. But I remember him saying he'd give Lamar Roach a fight. I remember him,
He
saying different
definitely
things.
said
So
that.
we'll see. And don't forget, he still got Oshaki Foster problems. He may have tangled Oshaki Foster up real quick, but once Oshaki Foster puts hands, shoulders, knees, and toes on Raymond Ford, I
Damn right.
suspect he'll be right back on Shakur's ass. So we'll see.
Yep. Yep. Cause Shakur's not fighting no younger. He not trying to fight these younger fighters coming up that may be as
That's a good
fast
fight
as
for
him
Shakur though, man.
and
I ain't
have
gonna front.
better fight IQ. He not trying to
Muratalo,
fight
that's a good
them.
fight. That's a good fight for Shakur.
Yeah,
And it's not,
because
in my
Maritala
opinion,
just
that's
come
not a
through him.
guaranteed win either. It's not a guaranteed win. I don't think.
One thing is for sure, Maritala hits a hell of a lot harder than William Cepeda. And he put a whole lot more pressure on you than William Cepeda. He's always in your damn face. He follow you. He always. That boy got good footwork, and he know how to cut off the ring.
You
Something
think
Shakur don't know how to do.
that he gives Shakur problems?
Yeah, I think he gives Shakur
Muratalo,
some
yeah,
problems.
I think he
You
do.
know what I mean? If he try to fight him like he fought William Cepeda, this guy can close distance a lot more quicker than William Cepeda.
So
And he
let me,
got some heat. He got crack.
Raymond could
I
get
feel you on that.
aggressive
It's just
too,
that
man.
timing issue. The timing
He
issue
can
is
get
gonna be a problem
aggressive,
for him.
man. Look, Raymond could get aggressive because he ain't got to worry about Shakur's power. He can get aggressive. So Raymond will be willing to walk through some shit to get to him.
What did Tank tell that nigga? He said, "What you gonna do when you can't stop somebody coming at you?
See, the
When you
difference is
can't, you ain't
there's
got nothing
no
to put it on them."
yeah, but there's not a lot of Tanks though, bro. Tank is a different. I know a lot of people want to hate on him and say he ain't really fought nobody. Tank is definitely different than most fighters. So it applies strictly to him. It's like y'all said Roy Jones a sauce trainer, right? Because nobody that he's training is him. The nigga only knows how he do things. And how he do things they can't do.
Tank is him. For
Tank,
real.
whatever
It's him.
anybody want to believe about him, that nigga was in a bad space mentally when he was going into the promotions of the fight. And it carried over all the way into Ma Duke's energy. Don't bring Ma Duke's. Tank ain't never act or behave like that. Nigga say, oh, it's familiarity. That has a little bit of a factor. But the nigga head was somewhere else. Period, point blank.
Tank is a fucking beast,
So
man.
you know his head somewhere else now, though. His head somewhere else now. So is that gonna be the excuse if he fight his next fight?
Man, his head is right now smashing on all these people that been talking dirt on him. Now, you right, it is somewhere else. So
we can't always have an excuse.
Too rich. I want what you want, bro.
I ain't never been lost for words.
He's good, but if he lose, it's because he was going through something. Like, I mean, I don't like that setup.
How can we say that? Hey, Rich, how can you say that? He ain't never lost.
No, what I'm saying is when we say that he's head not right, a lot of these fighters go through stuff. I'm just
what
saying
are y'all doing? Who is that?
Oh my!
I hear that too.
That's what you call him.
I'm just saying, let's not have.
That was my charger.
If his head, if he's not in the right headspace, he don't need to be fighting. But if he fights,
I agree.
And if he loses, we can't say, well, we know Tank was going through something. That means if he win, he good. If he lose, we got an excuse. You see what I'm saying? So just don't fight until you're in the right headspace, and then come back.
I agree with that.
I definitely agree with that. But what we saying right now, I think, is that he's going through his storm. He said he coming back, and he said he mean business.
All right, well, let's shift the conversation, right? Because we can revisit that when he comes back and see who he's gonna fight then. Right now, we have a bunch of these fools running around here like it's crazy. So now, Thomas, you knew on the panel, Enigma, I don't know if you answered the question, Mr. Lynch, Too Rich. What do you think about the signing of Edgar Berlanga? Do you think he should have went over there? And what do you think that Richardson Hitchens? Me personally, I feel like Richardson Hitchens had another play or two before he had to take that Zuffa route. Now, I don't appreciate him going over there and then calling out all the guys that he could have fought while he was over here.
How about him going and calling people out before he even left over there? Like, this Mickey Fricky don't want to fight certain people at certain weights, and he don't want to be under certain conditions. He left because he don't want to have to be in a difficult fight under difficult circumstances. So that's how it looks. That's how it was. He could have made all these fights that he now went across the way and asking for when he know that ain't they MO, that ain't they modus operandi. So with that, yeah, he wilding. But
do you think that it has anything to do with the fact that no big promotional company picked him up?
Well, that and the fact that this last two joints they canceled him. Remember, he got canceled on two of them.
Well, the last one I thought he canceled on his own, but the one with Jermaine Ortiz, I'm not really sure what happened with that.
The one before
Jermaine Ortiz,
before that one too. Like somehow, some way, it got switched up and somebody else got the fight. The last one was him.
Yeah. Because I'm just going off of what what Eddie said about those two signing to Zuffa.
The options they had. I mean, neither guy's been under contract to us for over a year now. We withdrew any interest in them a couple of months ago. I don't think they have many options. Like Edgar particularly, I think it's a great deal for Edgar. Because Edgar's, an exciting fighter. I don't think he's necessarily going to win world championships, but financially, this is a good opportunity for him. I think it's going to be really interesting what happens with Richardson because...
You don't think he had a lot of options?
Who? He didn't. No, who made him offers? Top Rank weren't interested. Golden Boy had a chat with him. We withdrew our offer like a month or so ago because...
Why did you withdraw?
Because of... When he said what he said after the Cambosos fight, in my head, I'm not working with him again. But we had some chats. We fell out with Keith Connolly, and I said, I'm just not going to work with Keith Connolly fighters. So I said, I'm sorry, I can't work with you on Richardson. So Matchroom wasn't an option. Top Rank wasn't an option. Golden Boy wasn't really an option. Listen, I keep saying, I don't think Zuffa will be successful in some right, I'm sure. Let me tell you when I tell you, no one gives a fuck about a Zuffa belt. Go and ask Boots. Go and ask Sanders Ice. Now listen, if the money's right, then someone that doesn't care about the belts or probably isn't going to win them should actually jump all over it. Edgar Berlanga's a great example.
Hey, it's tax season.
That nigga been listening to our conversations. That nigga been listening to mother's conversations. As I swear, I said, but now, who is that? What is all of that?
No, that's my man.
With all of that being said, now do y'all still feel like, I still feel like Richardson Hitchens could have done something because he still has to fulfill his mandatory obligation or he will be stripped.
Well, I heard that the real reason he didn't fight that last fight was because of the Zuffa thing. That was already in play, and they didn't want him to make that fight.
Who told you? Who told you? Who you hear that from?
Oh, what's that guy to be doing all the Zuffa stuff? Reyes.
Oh, child.
I don't know,
But you know what? I'm not going
mentioned
to say that doesn't
before it
entirely
happened,
make
so I
sense,
don't know.
though. Yeah, I'm not going to say that doesn't entirely make sense, but to me that's foolish, right? Because you played these whole games, you done strung what's his name, Lindolfo Delgado along. You know what I'm saying? Because you were supposed to fight him before, then you popped up with this Oscar Duarte fight, making him wait even longer, and now we don't even know what the hell you're doing if they got to strip you or not. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you playing a lot of games that just really don't make a lot of sense. But I knew that Eddie still, you know what I'm saying, was salty about that shit that he pulled inside of the ring after that fight with Cambosis. I knew that Eddie was still salty. Remember, he started talking about the man's car and everything. So I knew he still had some feelings about that. But in this business, and Cam touched on this a little earlier, in this business, like I said, they value loyalty because loyalty is something you cannot buy, right? So I'm speaking directly towards the Devin Haney situation. Yeah, he's independent and he has DHP, and we all know that's just a front, a mom and pop store, right? But at the end of the day, if you are not aligned with me, then why should I align myself with you?
Exactly. Why should I give
You
you
want
the
to fight my
opportunity?
fighters, but you don't want to sign to my promotional company. Hence, you want me to pay everything, which lets me know, no, you don't have a company. Stop running around here talking about y'all got DHP because y'all don't. DHP will be putting on fights. That is a real promotional company. You don't have that. Just say you got an LLC or some shit. Like you don't have a real company because it's clear to me, especially with the post that you put out, thought you was cooking the PBC, but you was really cooking yourself and showing how little you know about business and how business works. Everybody knows you pay your expenses before you see a profit.
Exactly.
DHP is something for taxes, for tax write-off, some shit.
That's what it is. Plain and simple. Oh, by the way, what the fight is over, and damn, I forgot what the guy name was. The dude in the
Milaniki?
red one. Yeah.
Vito?
Nah,
I
Vito
fuck
didn't
with
come
Vito
on
though,
yet.
man. I like Milaniki, man.
Vito didn't come on yet. It was one before that. It's one before that. Hold up. See what they talking about.
I
They
fuck
talking
with Vito,
about
man. He's another Jersey boy.
they talking about fight come up May 1st. On Pro Box. Bradley or somebody. But Vito fight I think is next. Yeah, Vito Melaninko. Yo, it's hard for me to pronounce these names.
Milaniki. I'm about to turn
Milanecki.
this.
Milanecki.
Yeah, man. I'm like, it's hard to pronounce some of these damn names, especially like the Spanish ones and the Russian ones.
Lord,
Yeah.
Mr. Lynch. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. But
that's what's
now I
coming up
feel
on
you.
May 1st. But
But let's not forget, oh yes, the rematch between the boy, Keyshawn Davis, and Nair
Nair
Albright is coming
Albright.
up as well.
I'm picking Nair Albright.
I wouldn't be surprised if Nair beat him this time,
I'm
man.
picking Nair Albright.
He said he knocking him out. Keyshawn said he knocking what you call it out.
I
I
got
don't believe it. He couldn't
Keyshawn.
knock him
I
out the
got
first time. How you
Keyshawn
gonna do it the second
crashing
time?
out. Keyshawn gonna crash out in the ring. He can't take the pressure. That's what happened last time. He had everything on the line. He the one that gave Abdullah the layup, and
The crazy
Abdullah
thing is,
was running with it.
Nair is better than people give him credit for.
Yeah, he is. I admit it. I saw it in the Frank fight. I was like, damn, now your Albright he got a beard on him.
I thought he was about to beat my man Frank, man. Yeah, Frank. Hey, he took his legs from him, boy.
Hey, I like Albright, but he a lot like Lamont Roach. Where if you gonna go to the next level, you gotta get more offense up, man. You gotta get more offense up if you're gonna win a fight, and not just be a good fight, but actually win the fight. You gotta get enough offense up. So he durable. He got some pop, but is you gonna get enough offense up, or are you just gonna be a good fight?
I say this right, like, and I say this because I respect and I appreciate everything that Nair is doing. Him having a job, he's gonna be on American Idol. I told y'all that we're gonna cover that when he gets up there. I will let y'all know. I will continue to keep y'all abreast so we can all watch it and show him support and stuff. But I appreciate everything he's bringing to the game. I think he is, I want to say, a B+ fighter. And if I'm being honest, I don't know if he can get much better than that.
True. That's true.
I
Damn,
think
Zach.
he is I think he is a really super great test for anybody who's looking to advance to the next level, not
Yeah.
gatekeeper status, but in some retrospect, some sort of, because I don't necessarily 100% agree with you too, Rich, when you say something like that, because he did put head, shoulders, knees, and toes on Keyshawn brother. You know what I'm saying? So I won't say that. He does have the capability to win if you are not as skilled as him. You understand what I'm saying? And when I say as skilled as him, I mean can match his skill level, because I really don't think that there is a second or third gear. You know what I'm
Let me ask
saying?
you a
I'm just
question.
being
Go ahead.
honest because I've never seen it. So that's the only reason I'm saying that. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Nair or nothing. I've just never seen it.
Hey, Jab, you don't think, and this is a two-part question. Do you think Nair Albright has the ability to become a champion?
Depending on who he fights, yes.
No, I
And
don't think
do
so.
you think Frank Martin has the ability to become a champion?
No, no. They in the
No.
same boat.
Yeah.
They in the same boat.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say they're in the same boat, but I will say this. And my answer is gonna be similar. But if I'm
Yeah.
being
I
honest,
don't see it.
if Nair wasn't, his, I don't know what the fuck, his teeth were shrinking or what was happening with that mouth guard, child. But if that mouth guard hadn't constantly kept coming out, Frank Martin would have been up out of there, and that would have been his second knockout loss in a row. So as much as I like Frank Martin, I do understand he started late. I do think that he is a good boxer, but I don't think that he is ready to compete at the top level either.
No. No. He can't. He's not ready to compete with um those boxers that been doing it since they've been like eight, not 8, 7, 8, 9 years old. He can't deal with them. He
Mm-mm.
can't deal with them. He
I'm
came
gonna
into
say something.
boxing late, so
I'm gonna say
That's what
something.
I said,
competitive.
Cash. Look, Cash ready to come over here and choke me out. Cash,
I'm
I
gonna tank
said
something.
that, babe. I said depending on who he fights, then yes, I said that. Y'all got Cash ready to bite me.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Frank was really getting with Tank, man, when he fought Tank. And I'm a
Yes,
Tank
he was.
fan.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Yes, he
If he
was.
can do that with Tank, I damn well believe he can do that shit with any one of them top guys
Well,
up
well,
there.
well. Styles makes fights. Styles makes fights, and
I
he
agree.
was doing that with Javante, but
Until he wasn't no more.
he was also very leery in that fight too. And y'all have to
Mm-hmm.
understand, right? Like, and I get, like, it's a lot of Tank hate going on, but let's not forget that nigga is from the hood. He's extremely skilled. He's extremely smart. He sets a lot of traps. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't really take nothing away from him. And like he told EJ and he told Frank, like, you probably should have waited for this fight. You know what I'm
Yup.
saying? Like, you probably should have waited till you had a little bit more experience, and then you might have got it. Because he was tagging Tank. He was, until he got tired. And that's exactly what Tank does. He lets you get tired. And then he
Uh huh.
starts to pick your
No,
ass
but
apart.
I
Tank
think
broke
Frank
him
can be a
down.
champion.
Tank
I really
broke him
do.
down
And
to the
I think he
body.
would. I think he
Tank
would have gauged
breaking
Shakur
that
that work
body
if he would have
down.
fought him. If Frank would have fought Shakur instead of fucking Tank, I think Frank would have gave Shakur some work.
No, he
He would have
wouldn't.
gave Shakur that work.
Who
No, he
said
wouldn't.
that? Who
No, he
said
wouldn't.
that? Mr. Lynch,
No,
that's
he
you?
wouldn't.
I'm saying he
No,
would have.
I'm
I'm
saying he
saying he would
wouldn't.
have.
What you
I'm
call it?
saying
He
he
would
would.
have put the beating on Shakur. I'm saying he wouldn't have, because Shakur would have did like De Los Santos and got on
Oh,
his
okay.
bicycle and would have took him on the motherfucking marathon for 8 to 10 fucking rounds. That's what I'm
Mhm.
saying. You know what I mean? I ain't saying he would have got that daggone Shakur. Look, Frank is what Frank is. You know what I mean? And I look at the fight like this with Tank. Tank was breaking him down. You got to watch closely.
He was. He was.
Tank was going to that body.
Yeah.
He was going body head, body head, body head, head body, body head, head body, body head. And then he got
And
to the point where Frank Martin was wore down. That's when Tank had that smile on his face. He was
I
like, I
think
got your ass. And he was
I think
smiling.
I think if Frank was to lose some of that muscle and get a little bit leaner, I don't think he would gas out as fast as he does. I think it's Frank's cardio. I think that'd be
Yeah,
a big deal with him, man. It's cardio.
yeah.
I,
That's
I,
what
I
his
thought,
problem was under Derek James. Derek James,
but,
you don't see Derek James had them boys out running like suicides to get their cardio back up. You never seen none of his training. He'll lock
Well,
you
hold
in
on,
the
hold on,
gym
hold
and
on.
turn the heat on.
Yeah, but no, that's not true because Alicia Bumgardner, she's been looking like her endurance is getting better. She's
Well,
fighting
yeah,
3 minute rounds
yeah,
now. She's doing a lot better. So
yeah.
we can't say that. I mean, he does. You can honestly, if you watch it long enough or you paying attention, you can honestly almost tell a Derek James fighter. And that's not saying anything, disrespectful about him or his training because obviously we know that Errol Spence was a champion, Alicia is a champion, so on and so forth. But it's just a point that you can almost kind of tell because they honestly all kind of fight similarly. You
They
know what I'm
focus
saying?
Frank. What's his name? Derek James focus more on fundamentals.
hey,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
let me say this. Frank Martin, right? He started late, so you could tell he's focusing in on the technical side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
if you start late, there's no way you're gonna outskill those guys that start at
True
8 or 9. What I think
Nah,
is because of the muscle, maybe you need to slow down your feet. Slow your feet
you
down and
gotta
set down on your punches more so you don't gas yourself out. You see what I
So
mean?
do
exactly. You
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 gotta
gotta
think with
let
that?
that
outrun
Hold
muscle
on,
set
because while
down
we're
on the
talking
power.
about muscles, hold on, while we're talking about muscles, do y'all think that's the same issue with Kid Austin? Because to me, he's too muscular.
them. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he's more willing to sit down on his punches though. Frank
Yeah,
try to
but
move a lot,
Austin.
like he's gonna outbox somebody. I just don't think he needs to be trying to move so much, and maybe just sit down and be the bigger guy. Just be
I
the
Who?
think
bigger guy.
But
And,
see,
and,
that's the
and
thing. I don't think he has the. You talking about Frank?
yeah,
no.
I
I think
don't.
he should try to
I
turn into a power puncher.
But that's the thing though. I don't think he really got a lot of power if I'm being real. Like
Yeah,
so
maybe that's what it is.
even
Yeah.
even with the way he was because he was catching Javante, it just didn't seem like it was really like affecting him. And we know Tank got a chin, but it didn't seem like it was affecting him. And I go back to his earlier fights too. He's had a few knockouts, so I won't say that. But look at the people that he's knocked out. He had Nair Albright hurt a couple times. He didn't finish him, but he did have him hurt. So he probably has like respectable power, but I don't think it's like the equalizer. You know what I mean? Like
Remember,
on some shit like
he
that.
knocked out the guy.
Yeah.
He knocked out that
If
guy.
Frank would just
A fight ago, he knocked that guy straight out. He knocked that guy
But
straight
but
out,
but
man.
but
Sit
yes, he
down on
did.
them
That
punches.
was Bartholomew, if I'm not mistaken, or
Yeah.
yeah,
whatever his name is.
Frank Ramsey Bartholomew.
That's the one that fought. That's the one that had a really good fight with Gary, and I think that stoppage was bogus. But that's neither here nor there. I think that Bartholomew has probably seen lighter days, right? Just to be respectful. It's almost like an Erickson Lubin situation where it's like in your prime, you might have gotten his ass, but you've been through enough wars and you've had some tenderization. The same with,
Oh
Kev,
man.
the nigga, what's the cockeyed nigga name that fought Lil
Tevin,
Schofield, you
Tevin
know,
Farmer.
yeah, Tevin Farmer, you've seen better days, you coming off 2 or 3 wars, You know what I'm saying? So you a little tenderized. Had you been a little, younger, a little less seasoned, you might have gave him a little bit more work. So I can't really go on that. And I'm not gonna take away from Frank's performance at all, because a knockout is still like, you still knocked him out. A lot of these niggas still ain't doing that. You got people fighting electricians that ain't knocking them out. So I'm not gonna do that. But I'm just gonna say, I am gonna recognize
He
that it
did
is
stop
levels to
padding
this
though. He
shit.
did stop padding though.
Yeah, but it took him 9 rounds to do so. A nigga that has a full-time day job. Like, let's not do
Hey,
that to Rich. Let's not do
Check
that.
this out
man.
though. Hey, Jad, I think if Frank Martin was the full, because he's fast. Frank got speed. He definitely has speed. If he was the
Mm-hmm.
focus in on using the thing that he does exceptionally well at a very high level, focus on those things, and then also his speed, because it's always the shots you don't see that hurt you the most. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think Frank could be real good, man. I think he could be better than he is. I think Frank need to get up there with motherfucking Bozy and Boots, man. That's my personal opinion. If he get up there with Bozy and
He
some
can't
Boots,
go.
man, it's a
He
different Frank.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But you know what? Who said that he focuses a lot on the fundamentals? I think that was you too, Rich. And you know what? You're extremely right. And I feel like it's because he started late that he's like 3-2, 1-3, uppercut, double cut. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. I think that you could almost see him mentally practicing
Yeah,
that in his head even during a fight, because
yeah.
it's not
Yeah,
natural.
He
Because he
kind of
learned it late,
robotic.
it's
Yeah,
not
he kind
natural.
of
So
robotic.
so
exactly.
it's almost like, I don't want to give him a ceiling, because anybody can improve. You know what I'm saying? There's always room for improvement with anybody. But it's just the fact that he started late, that he's behind. But listen, hey, the fact that he's even made it to these conversations lets you know how good he is. You know what I'm saying? But do I think that he can break that barrier? I don't know. We will see. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that, he may be a little chinny. Um, and so we will see. We'll see what he
I can
does from
agree
here.
with
We'll
that.
see. We'll see where he goes from here. But given the fact that you're already like a B minus fighter, and you a little chinny, it might be like, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with Frank. Y'all know I love me some Frank, but I'm just keeping it honest. You know what I'm saying?
If he would have started early, man, he'll be right there with these guys, man. If he would have started
Yeah.
earlier, he would be right there with these guys because you can
But
see
let
he
me
has
ask
the
y'all a
athleticism.
question. Let me ask y'all a question, right? Even though these niggas that we talk about like pretty much every goddamn day, the Haneys and the Shakurs and these guys, the Ryans and all of that shit, and we talk about how sometimes they like right? We do consider them the upper echelon, right, of like the sport. Let's be honest, right? They
They
are the
say
upper
A
echelon.
fighters, A and B plus fighters. Yeah.
Oh, look at Mr. Lynch, honey. He made that
All right.
distinction immediately, baby. I ain't
Definitely
mad
B
at you.
plus.
Listen,
I
listen.
agree. I agree.
Listen,
I
I ain't
just said
mad
to
at
be
Mr.
blunt.
He said Jab Queen. No, they are B plus. Okay, I hear you.
Mhm.
I clocked that T.
I
But
give
I
Frank a
no.
B plus.
And they know it. That's the reason why they won't go out there and fight. They won't. Look,
But Miss, let me
Jab,
finish my question,
we
Mr.
come from
Lynch.
a time
Mr.
when
Lynch, baby. Let me
cats
finish
would
my
go out
question.
there and put it on the line,
Well,
no matter
well,
what.
yes, that is true. We're gonna circle back to that because that's a good point. But let me just put it out there. Even though we're saying that about them, right? And we see these like the Connor Benns and the Regises, and we like, oh, you can't mess with this one, you can't mess with that one, even though we don't think they're that great, right? Who
Hmm.
do we see in the younger crop of people that we think can reset us back to the, because I'll be the first one to tell you, like when I see 147, and I know a lot of people who are like Haney fans, and like certain people are like super fans of a certain fighter, but when I look at 147, it's like, where the Sean Porters? Where the
Right.
Mayweathers, where the Earl Spencers, where the Bud Crawfords, and I can't stand that stingy braid wearing Negro, but where the Bud
Hmm.
Crawfords? I can respect the fact that he get busy, you know what I'm
I
saying?
can
But
tell you.
where are they at in that division? I don't see them. I see a bunch of squishy in the middle type niggas. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm
I
looking
believe
at.
Zaquin
I'm looking
Moses.
at. Yeah, I'm about to say who's coming
One at
up
a
Zaquin
time,
next.
one at a
Moses,
time, one at
bro.
a time.
I
I'm.
believe Zaquin Moses. Zaquin could
Yep.
be one of them. I think he has the potential to be better than Shakur, though. I ain't gonna lie.
That
I
next
ain't gonna lie.
generation that's coming up next.
Zaquin he gonna be a fucking problem, yo.
Scooter Davis.
Oh, definitely Scooter.
Moses,
You
bro.
know what I mean?
Definitely
Scoop,
Scooter.
yep.
Scooter Davis.
Scoop, yep.
He's definitely You know what I mean? You still got Oshaki. He going to be at the tail end. He going to be at the beginning
Oshaki
end
is
of that
older
next
though. Oshaki,
generation.
no. Oshaki is old. Like I
He's
mean, like
older.
the younger niggas.
Ozaki,
Oh,
Osaki in his 20s,
well,
like he
but
like
see,
20 something.
but Abdullah is the cream of the crop of them coming up right now.
I agree.
Yep.
And you
Him,
still
him,
gotta look at
him is
Vargas.
Aquin.
You gotta look
Yep.
at
Vargas, yeah.
Emilio Vargas. You know what I mean? And we still got to go and say his name because he's 23, even though he got a champion 2 belts. We still got to look at Xander. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? As one of the new crops in the next generation.
No,
Those
I
kids,
okay.
yeah. Oh, go
No,
ahead.
Zay Quinn and Abdullah, boy, those my two right there. Zay Quinn and Abdullah Mason, man. They
um,
motherfucking yeah, yeah.
go ahead.
Zay Quinn Moses and Abdullah Mason, man. I see them boys, both of them, man. I can see both of them boys, man, doing real big things, man.
Mm-hmm.
Real big things, man.
And I can
Along with Scooter and motherfucking the rest of them dudes, man.
and I can see
But
Baby Tank too. I can
yeah,
see him doing so. He gonna make some
Who?
noise. Little Baby Tank.
You talking about Carmel?
Yeah, Baby Tank.
if he start fighting more though, he gotta be more active, man.
But
He
you
Floyd gotta
definitely
be
know,
more
do.
active.
I agree
A
with
but
that.
lot more.
he
Hey,
with.
I'm gonna give
I
y'all
think
another
he's with
name. Hey, I'm gonna give y'all another name. Y'all might not agree with it, but I think Kid Austin. Hey, I'm gonna say this,
Kid
Kid
though.
Austin. Hey, he
man,
is one of the guys that I said when they were gonna make the Shakur fight,
man.
I said that was a dangerous fight. That I thought Kid Austin might be the one to stay in there long enough and stay close enough to catch
Man,
him. So I'm
Kid
just
dope,
saying,
bro.
when guys
Kid
don't
is
fight
man,
guys, when
You
guys
know what's
don't choose
crazy?
to fight guys, you got
Hold on, because you know what's crazy too, Rich? I agree with you.
yeah,
I
because
do
when
too.
guys don't
Kid is
fight
dope,
certain
bro.
guys, I got to look at the
Kid
guys
dope.
that they don't choose to fight. If he was a wash, he got a name, go wash him then and put his name on your belt. But they don't do that. So I'm like, it's something about him that certain people stay away from him. You see what I mean? So we don't see. I get it. It's a long shot, but I
He
think
is
he's
explosive.
crazy enough and can fight with both hands that he'll get beat up and still be fighting. I
Well,
think
that's
he's
the
Yeah.
thing,
crazy.
right?
You know
Like,
what
so
I'm saying?
hold
definitely
on, because
crazy.
I'm not gonna disagree with that, but I will tell you this. In order for Kid Austin to move forward in his career to be the best that he can be, he is going to have to get his father in check.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I
100%.
agree with that.
Exactly,
100%.
I think those fights
exactly,
hadn't happened because of his father.
exactly.
I don't think it got nothing to
Yep.
do with Kid Austin. I think it's his father the
Mm-hmm.
reason why those fights ain't happened.
Yeah. That's right, Vito.
So I will say this, right? That to me is the next big fight brewing. Abdullah Mason and Kid Austin. To me, that is a fight that can happen. You know, down the line, both of them keep winning. Both of them keep building their name, keep building their rep. That's the next like youngin' big fight. I also see Scooter Davis in a lot of big fights. Maybe him and Carmel. You know him. I know Carmel and Zay Quinn have a history, so that's already like a story that's like being written. Both of them continue to grow and continue to shine now. Enigma, I have to slightly disagree. I like Zay Quinn. I check for him whenever he's on a card. I really do. But I really don't know how good he is just yet. It's a few things I need to see from him before I can give him a stamp of approval. But he
I
is
think that
moving in
boy's
the right
bad.
direction. You know what I'm saying?
I
He is
think he's
moving
gonna
in the
be a
right direction.
problem, man. I think
He
Zay
has
Quinn
the
sounds cool.
potential. He has the
that's what I'm saying.
potential to
That's
be
what
a
I say.
I'm gonna
problem.
keep it a buck.
I
Zay
think he
Quinn
got the
ain't ready.
potential to be better than Shakur, man. I really do.
Zay
It's
Quinn.
just
Zay Quinn
Yeah,
better than
yeah, man.
Shakur.
It's just
I
something
can't
about
even
yeah.
him,
say
bro.
that.
One at a
You
time.
can
One
see
at a
he
time,
got
guys.
dog in him. You
Yeah,
can
I
see
don't
he
see
got
the high
dog in him,
ceiling
bro.
on. I don't see the high
Mm-hmm.
ceiling on Zay Quinn.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit up here and say that, he can't be nobody, because I see what you're saying, Enigma. I do see his more willingness to engage than Shakur. But I don't know, as the competition level increases, will he still have that engagement, perception? So I don't know yet. Like I said, it's still a couple of questions that I got, but I check for him. I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I see his name on a card, I check for him to see, who he's fighting, how he's doing, stuff like that. But and he's been on a lot of Boots cards, if y'all noticed.
Yep.
Um, he's been on a lot of Jerron Boots in his cards. So Jerron obviously is scouting for him.
I think he's just
Omari
better.
Jones is pretty good. I know he got
Yes.
himself out of that Viper grip that DHP had on him. He's pretty good. Jamel Harvey is pretty good. He don't seem to have knockout power, but he's pretty good. Alif Nurtaran, I don't know if y'all know who she is, but she's a fucking dog. She out of Russia. She's amazing. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of fighters that are coming up, a lot of fighters that aren't exactly household names, but we should keep our eye on them because eventually they will be.
Right.
So it's a lot going on in the sport. I'm excited. Not the fights that we want per se all the time, but we are getting some really good fights. Like, Jerron Boots Ennis and Xander Zaya. Shout out to Xander once again, man. Just for standing 10 toes down and really wanting to test his greatness, because that's what you do when you're a champion. You don't duck smoke, you invite it. So shout out to him,
Exactly.
definitely. Yeah.
This is one kid. I believe he's a young kid. I want to say like 16, 17 maybe. He's an amateur, but the dude, he nice,
Oh,
man.
I'm
He
sorry.
knows.
She's from Turkey. I'm sorry. Yes, she's from Turkey. I thought she was from Russia. She's from Turkey. I'm sorry. Thank you, Through a Hood, baby. Thank you. Go ahead,
I, for-
Enigma.
I forget the kid's name, but he's a tall young black kid. Dude, smart. He got a perfect SAT score. He got a ride to motherfucking MIT, but he box. Dude, box. He nice. I know you.
He
I
be
know you
with
be
his father.
watching this shit.
He be with his father. I think I know who you talking about. He got a bachelor's degree already.
Yeah, yeah. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about,
yeah, 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 yeah. I know who you talking
bro.
about. I know. Oh my God, I forgot his name
Bro.
too. I know exactly who you're talking about, though. I know exactly who you're talking about. Yes, yes,
He
yes,
be
yes.
throwing grown ass men and shit.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. I forget his name, but his face is like right. As soon as you said that, his face came right to the front of my head. But
Let's see this young girl.
all of these guys, like the
Let's see this girl.
what's her name? Oshaba. She's from Africa.
Mhm.
A lot of these fighters are really gonna start bubbling to the top because again, we're about to wash out this cycle. I can't wait till we push these niggas in a spin cycle and push them right on out. But a lot of newbies are coming into the game, with a lot to prove. They're hungry, and they're willing to fight anybody. And then I don't want to completely dismiss some of the guys that we have that are willing to fight anybody. Like I feel like Gary Antoine Russell is willing to fight anybody. I feel like Ryan, as crazy as his ass is, I feel like he's willing to fight any damn body. You know what I
I,
mean? So
Mr. Gary Russell Jr. I want to see him fight again, man.
yeah,
I
well,
really
I'm sure
do.
we'll get another fight from him soon. You know,
Yeah,
um,
most of them ducking guard. They ducking
yeah.
Huh?
guard. They ducking
Yeah,
guard Russell.
What's my thing?
yeah, you know what he is. They definitely ducking him.
Hey, but
Yeah,
what y'all was saying about 147, man? I think 147. If
it's
Keyshawn
trash.
was to move
It's
up to
trash.
140,
It's
but if
trash.
Keyshawn was to move up to 147, Gary Antoine Russell move up to 147. That's your Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? That's your. I think they're two fighters away from somebody moving up into 147. They're gonna make
But
it
but
really
but but
interesting.
this my thing too, Rich. Why we need all these concessions? We talking about right now as it stands right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
and I get it, right? Like people have to move up and all of that shit. But who said Gary was moving up? He's a short man. You know what I'm
is
saying?
he
Moving
short?
up would be like
Okay, he's
what?
short. Okay, I thought he was big. I
Yeah.
thought Gary Antoine was so big.
No. He's short.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, he's a
okay.
little
Motherfucker,
dude. They
Ryo
don't
was
really like. They don't weigh that much, you know what I'm saying? Even if
no.
they do, he probably like out of shape if he weighed that much. But they're little niggas, you know what I'm saying? So they really can't move up, or they shouldn't. But for these guys who, like Shakur said, he's still growing. I don't know how the fuck you still growing after 25, but whatever. But for the guys that are still growing, if they make their way up, like Keyshawn belongs probably at 147, like that's a fact. Keyshawn
Yeah.
probably belongs at 147. Africa probably belongs at 147 if we keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Ryan, he probably belongs at 154. You know what I'm saying? But if these guys start fighting in their natural weight class, then we might have a lit situation. Until
Yeah.
then, we got what we got.
And Tio need to be fighting Brian Norman. I don't know. I don't know why you trying to fight Ryan. Him, Tio, and Brian
Because
Norman
Ryan
need
is
to
a
be
big
fighting.
name and Ryan is a
Well,
big
yeah,
bag.
yeah.
Ryan is a
Ryan
big bag
called
in
me
that
that day.
Yeah,
situation.
he
Tio
is.
ass about to be
Yeah.
at Zuffa.
Yeah, he is.
He was hugging Conor Benn and everything at the fights today.
But
You know what I'm
but
saying?
but but Cam, this is what, and I need you to explain this to me, my brother. What is going on with his contractual obligations with Top Rank?
Oh, he's a
I
free
think
agent
it's
now.
over.
I heard
It's
that
over.
he's
But
done
hold
with
on,
Tyron.
stop this, because he's been saying this for 2 years, but then he's saying he still owed them a fight or he still owed them money for the belts. What exactly is going on over there?
Yeah, I personally heard from a source the other day that Tio's done with Top Rank. He's a free agent. He's
Okay,
free to do what he
okay,
want to do now.
okay, 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 okay. Oh,
Yeah,
good.
Top
All right,
Rank,
so
they
then
took
yes.
him off the website and everything. He ain't getting promoted at all by Top Rank.
Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. So he's a free agent. So he probably will be over there. He's probably just waiting for Keith Connolly to move him over there. But my question is this: if you a free agent, why he didn't move you over there when he did Edgar Berlanga in Africa?
That's true.
Yeah, that's the. I mean, I could see Conor Benn probably doing more work with Zuffa probably because, like I said, I don't believe the relationship with him and
Yeah, no,
Eddie's
no,
gonna
no. I'm
make
talking
it.
about T.O. I'm talking about T.O. Why he didn't move y'all over there when he moved them?
That's the thing. I think they was probably searching around thinking that the Ryan fight can happen, but now you got Ryan looking for other options. So I'm seeing Theo most likely gonna land on Zuffa if he can't get a valuable fight at 147. He's gonna be on
Mm-hmm.
Zuffa for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they gonna offer him a big bag too. That's a big name though. Regardless, that's a big name.
But here's the thing though, too, Rich. When you do that and it's lopsided like they did Regis and Conor Ben, when you do some lopsided that shit like that, you get bland ass press conferences. You get people who really just aren't that interested or aren't that invested. Like, how you gonna give this nigga 15 million and give me 1.5?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm still trying to I'm trying to understand the significance of paying Conor Ben today.
Well,
15
I
million
can
to fight
tell you why. You
Regis.
know why? Because the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And
Yep.
taking Eddie Hearn's prized possession, because we all know he's had kind of been in the exclusive witness protection program for years based on his fight tonight. Um, we know that was his baby. You know, so we know taking that from him hurt him, and that's what Dana White is out to do.
The pissing contest.
True
Yep,
that.
yep, yep,
Too much of that. Too much of that curly right there. Too much.
yep. But like you
Mm-mm-mm.
say, brother, too much talking and not enough action. But I will say this, right? And we're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna say this just about the whole entire situation. I'm gonna start with Shakur because that's where I started earlier, right? As it comes to Shakur, I think I've aired my grievances with this young man. I just want him from now on to step it up. We can't see any more Padleys. If you are a person that is running around here talking about you can't fight nobody, nobody else can fight you, and ain't nobody else seeing you, then I expect you to prove it. Right? Like, because I'm not the type of person that you can just say anything to. I want to see it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say, I don't know who's eating or what they got going on with their forks and knives, but please mute yourself. It's irritating my life. But but if you are saying that you really like that, if you're saying that you are a dog and nobody is seeing you, then your resume should reflect that, but it doesn't. Which tells me that you have work to do. And whether he wants to accept it or not, in my opinion, that resume don't belong in the Hall of Fame. Maybe in the back in the trash can, but it doesn't belong on the wall of fame. So he got some work to do. To me, he's just gearing up. You know, he's not that old. He never took a lot of damage. So, you know, he should be in good enough shape to compete for the next at least 5 years. With him being a defensive wizard, not taking no damage like that. But I suspect it depends on how stiff the competition gets. That will determine how much longer we have Shakur Stevenson. Either way, boxing wins. Period. As far as Richardson
Do that.
Hitchens, you went all the way over to Zuffa to call out Devin Haney, to call out Ryan Garcia, to call out all of these names. You stood in the ring after you fought Cambosis and called out Devin Haney. That was a fight that you could have made because you were an honorable mention on his little tired ass hit list. That was a fight that y'all could have worked out at 147, which proves that you should have been there anyway because you just blew weight at 140. You quote unquote passed out from making weight. So that proves you should have been there the whole time. So you could have went up to 147 to fight Devin Haney, to fight Ryan Garcia. But you didn't do that. You ran over to Zuffa and now you calling them out after you ran over there and closed the gate behind yourself. Nasty work. You still
Do
have a
that.
mandatory, so let's see how you do against your mandatory. And then if you want to go surrender yourself to Dana White and Zuffa boxing, baby, do your thing. But you have obligations on this side of the pond that you need to handle. If not, drop that belt. But I'll tell you this, if you drop that belt, you better make something shake over there because if you come back over here, nobody's checking for you without that belt. And I'm not saying you're not good. I'm not saying that, you can't get another belt. I'm just telling you what the facts are. You're more marketable with your belt. You just that type of fighter, unfortunately. That's just what it is. As far as the women, we know they're fighting next week. Alicia, we know that, Caroline trying to apply pressure, but we don't do pressure. Um, my boo Shadeja, we're gonna see if we can get her back over here. Shadeja, she's fighting Laney. We know that Clarissa fought Laney, last. Um, and we'll see how she does against her. We know that Amanda
Raquel Miller
Serrano.
on that card too, sis. I seen that. Raquel Miller too on that card
Oh, I love
next
me
week.
some Raquel Miller. Is Tim Tibero on that card? I said Tim. Tammy Tibero on that card because she's really, really good.
I got to go double check on it, but I know Raquel Miller on that card. I seen. I'm like, yeah, they got Raquel on the card. I'm like, damn, they got some headers on this card.
Yeah, they
Vito.
definitely do. She's really good, but Jake Paul is in charge of the girls, so we're not gonna go all down that route because we know
Damn.
Jake is in charge of the girls, and we're gonna see what he does with the girls. But I just want to make sure we understand that next week is definitely some fights taking place. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
Tamara, she fighting too, sis.
I'm disconnected. I'm sorry. Sorry, I was talking to my daughter. What you say?
Yeah, Tamara Tabal, she fighting on the card too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got some heavy hitters. These girls, and then I know Katie Taylor. She's looking to make a fight with her Tyson Fury, like a country card. So that's big business. That's big money. As far as this Preservation Alliance Act that they have recently tried to establish, I think it's like a day late and a dollar short, as my grandmother would say. I think it has a strong foundation. It definitely has some teeth. However, I do think it was presented too late. I feel like this is a situation where it was all hands on deck from the beginning. But the boxers, nor the sanctioning bodies, nor the commissions, nor the promoters did that. They waited to the 11th hour to where it's almost through the Senate and going to the House, and we already know it might as well be Dana White himself sitting in that White House chair. Um, and it's going to pass. So although I appreciate Ali's I guess his intentions, I think you are a little too late. You should have jumped on this from the very beginning, and we wouldn't be here. As far as this guy, you gave what you gave to boxing. We appreciate your contribution, and we hope you enjoy your retirement. I mean, that's all I got for him. This nigga is delusional. You did win, but it wasn't impressive. And now you're looking like food for every nigga you got on this hit list. So we shall see. But I'm gonna start with you, brother. What you got? Where you want me to hit first? I'll bring it back on the screen.
Vito is putting hands on this boy.
Yeah, word up. I've been watching that shit the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
Hey, well,
doctor
Jay,
checking
I'll
him in
go
the
right quick
corner.
because I'm finna get out of here. Now I'm gonna say
Okay.
this. I'm gonna rebut with say Shakur and Devin. I'm just gonna say this. The reality is Shakur and Devin are coming off two of the biggest wins in boxing. And if they want to keep their paydays going, they're going to have to take a tough fight. They're not in the position where they can just carry a fight. So look for them to
Absolutely.
whether it's more tire. Where we know Devin got the Ryan fight looming, and I want y'all to look at the movement of the zone.
Hold on.
We know that Xander shouldn't be in there with Boots, but the zone who wanted the Ortiz and Boots fight, they're making these guys crash out. So look for big fights because the zone need those big fights on their platform. So I'm not surprised if Shakur get a Mara Tyler fight. You look for championship fights because the zone is making it happen. All these guys over there on the zone now. So look for these fights to happen. I think it's coming down the line. I want to salute Regis. Everybody not going to be the best fighter in boxing, but you got to have players in the game. He was a strong player. He had his time. So salute to him and the rest of his life. Shout out to the women, man. These women boxers are looking fucking phenomenal. Like they really have learned the craft and it's becoming excited. I never thought I could really sit down and watch a woman fight. So salute to all the women in the game. And I think boxing gonna get better. I think Turkey was the best thing that happened to boxing because 3 years ago these guys wasn't working
Now you
together.
doing too
And
much. Now you doing too much. Now
no,
you
let
got
me
to
finish.
now you
Man,
Listen what I'm saying,
man,
Jab.
come on,
you got
Listen
man.
what I'm saying. Listen what I'm
Man,
saying.
get out that
In 3
man
years, let me
butthole,
finish. Let me
man.
land my plane, bro.
Get out Turkey
Y'all can
butthole,
cook
man.
me
Come
once I'm
on.
gone. Y'all can cook me once I'm gone. What I'm
Nah, he
saying
can
is,
cook you while you here. You
once
tripping.
Turkey. Well, you don't want me to talk. I'll be quiet then.
Man, he said
Well,
you
No,
all
talking.
no,
I'm
no,
Go
saying
no.
ahead,
is,
go
No,
ahead.
no, no, no,
let
no,
me just
no. It's
finish.
on too rich. Y'all be
Let me
quiet.
finish. What I'm saying is, before Turkey got in the game, just a few years ago, none of these guys would work together. Now that they have an outside threat, they're coming together. Sometimes that's what you need. You need competition. And as fans, now we get more fights. We getting better fights. So the fights are getting better all around from each promotional company working together. We're getting more fights because it's an outside threat. So that's a good thing. Competition is always good. It
Oh, what
drives
the
costs
fuck?
down for the people who watching it. So you ain't got to root for Turkey, but you can root for the zone. I mean, for Top Rank and PBC and Golden Boy to work together. Either way, it's because of Turkey they working together. So I think boxing is in a good space, no matter which way you turn your head right now. So salute to that, man. Salute to you, Jack Queen, everybody on the panel, man. I'm gonna get out of here.
Salute to
All
rich.
right.
Thank you for popping up, baby.
Hey,
Man,
Jack. Hey,
Yes.
Jack. That
Yes.
he made me think about something. What you think about this? Now, I know you heard it, but Remy Ma diss track towards Clarissa and Papoose.
You know I heard. I played it last night on my
Yeah,
show.
I ain't. Yo, that shit is crazy, boy.
You know that and I did play it because I'm petty, so I guess I can talk about it since I played it.
the young and
Um,
the ratchet.
I will say this. When you poke the bear, don't be surprised when the bear bites you.
Fact,
Exactly.
fact.
Exactly.
So now the
Uh-huh.
same thing. Now, what Clarissa Shields said about 50 Cent. What is 50 Cent? What is he? A rapper, a producer, or what the fuck is he? He's supposed to be a rapper, right? I thought he would get in the booth. Well, Clarissa, Remy asking you to get in the booth. You a rapper, ain't you? Slash
Well,
boxer.
here's the thing. 50 Cent is all of those things. 50 Cent is a mogul, right?
Yeah.
Like, so he started his
Mm-hmm.
career rapping. And then he transitioned, which a lot of them did. Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, a lot of them does movies, does shows. Snoop Dogg is with fucking Martha Stewart now. It's called evolution. It's called
Mm-hmm.
evolving. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's what you do when you become an adult and
Yeah.
you network so you can expand your net worth.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
I just want to see if she's gonna
Oh,
respond to the
baby.
fucking rap song. Since she like,
I wouldn't recommend it only because the like so Remy. The brilliant thing about Remy is that she took it from the boxing, which Clarissa is in her own lane, and she does that. She put it back in her lane, which
mm-hmm,
is I'm a rapper. I'm a underground artist. I'm a battle rapper. That's where Remy started. That's where everyone knows her from. So she put it back in her own lane where she is the queen of that shit. So now it's like your ball fell in my court, and now I'm a dribble it and I'm a dunk it.
mm-hmm. I just want to know what you thought about that. So that shit crazy, boy.
Now that it was fire. That little 2 minutes, it was
It was
fire.
well deserved, though. It was well
Yeah, it
deserved.
was. It was when you run around his sub and her, and anybody who's followed that story knows that every time y'all on the Breakfast Club or y'all on Angela Yee or you somewhere, somebody, oh, I ain't going to jail. I don't want to do this. This cat ain't got a lot of mileage. This and that and the third. Like everybody knows who you're trying to sub. But the problem with that is, and I know a lot of people say, "Oh, Clarissa, she's young. She's young. She's not really that young. You're 30 years old, right?" Like, so you should have the mind by this time of a woman,
Yep.
maybe not an actual grown woman, but at least as a woman. But I do have to keep in mind that she just got money, so she's just, like realizing like, oh my God, I have money, I can buy what I want, in certain situations. But I do honestly feel like she could benefit from a publicist. She can benefit from a media team. And she can definitely benefit from media training. You know, I feel like instead of investing in Van Cleef, you should probably invest in maybe a therapist, somebody to teach you how to wear a dress, somebody to teach you how to dress appropriate for different weather, stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's just all going to be beneficial to your brand. It's called investing in yourself. But I don't feel like she has the right people around her. Maybe, I feel like it's a lot of, how do I put this? Still Flint water people around her, where anything and everything she does is like amazing to them because maybe they come from extremely humble beginnings.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's just not, what she needs. But if she wants to advance herself in just branding, right? Because she doesn't have any branding deals. Look at that ESPN deal that happened with most valuable promotions. You're supposed to be the GOAT, and you were nowhere near that deal. And that was huge for women's boxing. And you coin yourself the greatest woman of all times in regards to your boxing. How were you not involved in that at all? To me, that speaks volumes. So it just, in perspective, she could definitely benefit from a media team, somebody to help her speak better, somebody to help her learn when the media is trying to trip her up, just things that would help her advance more. Because from where I sit, she's losing fans by the dozens,
Yeah.
parading around as a married, like as a mistress. You're rubbing a lot of women the wrong way, and women are your biggest supporters. So it's just something for her to think about. But obviously she won't, because she thinks she knows everything. She's
Yeah.
extremely crass. And she's a compulsive liar. So, there's a lot of things that she should probably work on. Um,
Yeah.
you know. But that's just
I
me.
didn't like what her cousin did though. That I think what Clarissa Shields' cousin did, I think that shit was super corny, super lame.
Which cousin?
That the female one who say she come from money. Her parents came from that money.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I did not like that.
She was on Tasha K, and she was on Nyla Says. But yeah, and if I'm being honest, they ain't shit for that.
They
because
not.
that's your family. Regardless of how y'all feel about her or what y'all think she's got going on, you don't do that. That's still your family. I don't know. I'm just the type of person that's really huge on family. So I don't find that cool. I don't find that cute. And I don't care how big the bag is. You don't betray your blood.
Word up. That's the lamest shit in the world right there, man. I was looking at that. Now look at Tasha K. I'm like, yo, like she disgusts me too.
Well, I fuck with Tasha K. I get on my tea from her, so I don't know.
That's
But
yo.
you know what
Tasha
the
K
thing
messed
is?
me
But
up.
Enigma, she can't report on it if they don't put it out there. You
True,
know what
I
I mean?
agree. I agree. I agree. But still, she messy, man.
Um, she is. But you know what? She can only be messy if y'all give her something to be messy about.
Hmm.
It's just what it is,
And that's crazy.
but as far as she's concerned, and I do some content on her because she's out here moving bogus. But
Yeah.
I really have tried, and I've had personal conversations with people, and they will tell you like I've tried to like this girl, but I just can't.
She
The
make it
things that come
hard.
out of
She
her
make it
mouth, the things that she says, the things that she does, it's just extremely hard for me to like her. I know a lot of people,
hard.
y'all see my videos, y'all see some of these people coming after me, trying to bite me about Clarissa,
Yeah.
and it's
2 Cent was
ridiculous
on
in
my
my
motherfucking
opinion.
top.
They be on my top. I don't
2
care.
Cent
I,
ain't play that shit.
let me tell you, I don't care nothing about that. Well, yeah, me and Toussaint, we done had it out about Clarissa plenty of times. I love me some Toussaint. She knows that. But when it comes to Clarissa, honey, lock us in a bag. We gonna scrap like cats and dogs because I can't stand that bitch, and
Damn.
I don't care. But it is what it is. Yeah, I don't care. She understands my position. I've explained it to her, but I've also told her that I tried to like Clarissa. She does too much to me. I'm just the type of like me. I am an alpha female, and I don't like loud, brash, just unapologetically gross females. Like it's no need to sit around and tell what a man is doing to you in your bedroom, and it's no need to brag about sleeping with another woman's husband. Like to me, that's not a flex.
Hey, Ty, they be making songs about that though. You know what I'm saying? So she feeling like
But
she in the element.
and Thomas, I get that that's the era that we're in, but I don't find that honorable. I don't find that respectable. I don't find that even
No, at all, for sure.
and I know, like, because I have a lot of men that come at me on Clarissa's behalf because, and I'm just gonna keep it G. A lot of niggas don't give a fuck. They'll cheat on their wife. They don't care. They blah blah blah. Oh, well, she did this. She did that. Da, da, da. But it's like, what does that have to do with your morals? So your morals mirror hers. So do you have any? Like, I just feel like in certain situations it's a lot going on, and I get it. A lot of people was like, oh, Remy cheated first, but did she? Because I don't know how many of y'all from the tri-state, but there was a big rumor about Papoose having a woman pregnant while Remy was in jail. And I know
Yeah,
people are like,
that
oh, well,
was
she was in jail, so whatever. But okay, so she was in jail, so stop running around here talking about you held her down while she was in jail if you were still out here doing you. And you really didn't hold her down because her son was with her mother in North Carolina. She gave you power of attorney and she came home broke. So how exactly did you hold her down?
Cause he the type of man.
You say she came home broke?
Yes. She had no money when she came home. That's why she jumped in the booth pregnant and did All the Way Up remix. Y'all don't remember that? She was pregnant when she did
Nah,
that.
I ain't know she was broke though. I ain't know
Yes.
she was broke. Damn.
Cause he the kind of man. She shut up for. Anyway, I'm gonna say this, man, cause Clarissa gonna Chlorilla all day long, man. She walking in her new purpose, and like you said, however skank it may be, it's her purpose. And the only
That's not
problem
her
that
purpose. That's the thing though. It's really not.
I feel you. The only problem I really got is the men that attack her. I mean, we as men, we not supposed to go back and forth over women like that. And I'm talking, unfortunately, a lot of us do, man. I think that also with regards to Richardson Hitchens, man, that dude, I don't know what's wrong with that Mickey Fricky, but if that makes him happy, then go be happy.
But you know what, Thomas, and I am like, I'm gonna give him a fair shake. Obviously, you know he got to do what's best for himself. Like I ain't mad at that, nigga. You the one that got to get in the ring, and get punched in your scalp, not mother, cause security. But I will say this: you have more options than Edgar did. Like Richardson
Well, that's a
Hitchens to me,
fact.
Richardson Hitchens is definitely a decent boxer. You feel me? Like he
Had to
is not
go.
the type of boxer like Edgar Berlanga who for whatever reason feel like I gotta go over there to become a champion. Like my nigga, you already a champion. You know, and your skills I feel like would have fared you well with a lot of these other boxers. You would have done all right. But so many of these boxers are such like little pussies that they want guaranteed wins. That they don't want to test their skills.
He won that shit, Jack.
They want the air conditioner to be just right so they can perform. Hey, I'm gonna say this too.
Yeah.
You heard Jack? Lil Nicky won.
Shout out to Jersey, my nigga.
Hey,
Nicky won.
yeah, shout out Jersey. I'm gonna say this also. With regards to Berlanga, I ain't mad at him because what Eddie said, and I don't rock with Eddie. I still believe he the head of his Slytherin house from Harry Potter, the nigga Snake extraordinaire. But he gave them real game right there when he was talking about that situation. They don't have options, and then two Mickey Frickies that's been parlaying this media run while they know that this other nigga that they be talking about and judging themselves and getting their shine off of is on his way back. They trying to get as much damage control as possible by going out there doing these damn interviews so people will know them when he comes back. They running out of options too. They gonna have to find a side and pick it and then draw the line and rock with it. So it's a good thing for them that the zone has all those factions under their umbrella so that they can go there and get fights, because some people are a faction unto themselves and they on their return. They come back tour. So
well, hold on, Thomas. Elaborate on that with me. What do you mean on their comeback tours? Who are you talking about? What do you mean comeback tours?
well, we talking about two people in particular that do a lot of talking right now. They going through the social media. They talking big things, but not promising many things, but not doing nothing. We got two fighters right now that are in two separate divisions talking about fights outside their division, and they only got one win in their division. Like, I'm talking about them guys. They out there hitting the purse circuit, trying to push their name, push their narrative, their agenda, their propaganda, so they can put some damage control out there, because somebody is on the return pretty soon. And that somebody runs boxing so much so that somebody was being talked about every single day when the nigga had nothing to do with the ring. And he's on his way back, and he will be back shortly. And then when he comes back, them niggas got to go back on timeout, and they trying their best. They better make sure they get on the right side of things, because if they don't, they will be ambassadors for Zuffa as well too.
Hey, T Hill, what Jay-Z told Rockefeller when motherfucking 50 was coming? Still niggas they want to put out much music as fucking possible. They put out much music as fucking possible because he's coming. Yeah.
Hey, for sure. No, that's a fact. He definitely said that. Definitely said that. Yeah. And while I rock with both of them because I think that they got a lot to offer the thing. They just all of them got to get in active mode and fight one another. But this charade that they do on a regular basis that got these Mickey Frickies fooled, that kind of act like Clarissa. While I think about it, man, these fan bases that be acting like Clarissa be out there popping their ish and who banging for fake gold, like they false flagging and pump faking, and it's time for false flags and pump fakes to be put down. If you're not planning on shooting the ball, you don't pump fake. Don't pump fake the pass, man. Get your Kobe Bryant on. A lot of niggas hate on Kobe, but pass, man. Yeah. Or shoot the ball, and it's time for them to start taking their shots, and all of them, even including that dude that's got a. Whenever he come back, do what he do. It's time for them niggas to take shots, like block. And that's what I gotta say, man.
Thank you so much, Thomas. I appreciate you, baby. All right, who's next? Who's on closing thoughts? Enigma, you next, or Thomas Hill? Thomas. Enigma or Lynch, Mr. Lynch. Hello.
Mr. Lynch, go ahead, man. OG.
D Lynch probably on that B more gas right now, man. He over there fried.
All right, well, Enigma.
What up?
What's your
Closing
final
remarks?
thoughts, baby? Of everything we talked about tonight. I like I said, I didn't want to be too hard on Shakur, but I definitely wanted to make it known, like my disdain of his behavior and some of the things that he said, on his interview. But it's on you. You can chime in wherever you want to.
Nah,
And
Brother T Hill hit all the right points. He hit all the points, man. All these like it's gonna be a seismic shift when Tank get back, man. We gonna see. You know what I mean? All these guys doing all this talking and they ain't fighting nobody. I'm mad at Devin though, because Devin did some bullshit. Because he could have fought Rolly, man. Or Ryan. He didn't he ducked both of these guys. And that's crazy to me. Now he's stuck. Shakur Stevenson and Raymond Muratalo. I'm looking forward to that fight. I hope they get it done. I really do. Other than that, man, I ain't got much. It was a great
okay.
show. It was a
Thank
real
you,
great
baby. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll holler at you, Enigma. Let me know if you need anything, man.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Most definitely. Cam J, my brother, salute.
Salute my boy Enigma, man. Yeah, man. We got to get them subs up so you can start
Yeah, for
cooking up on the
sure.
lives.
For sure.
All right. Thank you. Hey, you going to the fight, though? Y'all going to the fight, right?
I am. I'm going to the one on the 27th. I'm just trying to make sure I get my damn ticket. I'm waiting for Sexy Kendra to let me know because I don't do nosebleeds. So I'm just waiting to find out if I'm going by myself or if I'm going with her.
I dig it.
I'm gonna be a Abdullah fight in Cleveland July 4th. So yeah, man.
I don't know. I gotta see if I can recover from that. I gotta see how much Boots trying to charge me. But if I can recover from that, then I'll be in Cleveland too. Shit.
Go to Cleveland so motherfucking bad. It was crazy because I was out in Cleveland, like last year. Year ago, I came out there for music festival and shit.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
shit
it's
was
gonna be
lit.
lit, bro. Yeah, I'm excited for July 4th, dog. I'm
I'm be
so
right on my
excited.
brother's couch. I'm be right on my brother's couch. But thank you so much, Enigma. We love you, baby. And we're
No
gonna help you
doubt.
get some subs up. Y'all new here. Y'all make sure y'all sub up to Enigma, man. We gotta make sure he get, you know what I'm saying, to him lives so we can hear him cook up.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Word.
No problem, nigga.
All right.
We'll see you.
All right. Peace.
Peace. Brother, take me
Yeah,
home.
man. No, I ain't got too much, man. For real, it's been a crazy week in boxing. This whole entire week, it's been crazy. Not too much news dropping throughout the week, but we done had some, significant interviews, significant,
Right.
fights being announced this week and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So, the sport is moving, man. It's moving. Like I said
I
earlier,
love it.
this is the dirtiest sport in the world. But at the same time, we got to understand that we're gonna get, the good. We're gonna get the bad and the ugly in this sport. And of course, we always gonna give our greatest, realest 100 perspective on the sport as always. So, I mean, it's just everybody just got to keep tapped in with us, man, with the content, man. We know we giving it up real, man, over here, man. That's
Mm-hmm.
stay tapped in with us. You know what I mean? Follow us on this journey and keep it real across the board, man. It don't cost nothing to keep it real, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep
Hello.
it real across the board, man.
Of
A lot
course,
of pick
nothing
and
to keep it
choosing out
real.
here from everybody out here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a lot going on. We got, you going to the Boost fight. I'll be at Abdullah fight that following week after that. So it's a lot of good shit going in the sport right
But
now for sure.
it definitely is, and And I'm grateful. I know that we wish some of these niggas wash away. But even still, even with us like having like some like, oh my God, this fight is trash, da, 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 we're getting some decent to good fights in between. So I'm excited. The sport is moving forward, and that's what we need. We definitely need the sport moving forward. Some of the names that are there now, we need them to carry us into the new generation, whether they want to or not. You know what I'm saying? And we definitely need guys that are willing to get in there and get the thumping. But
Absolutely.
this was an amazing show. I stayed up here way longer than I thought I would. But I am going to play the Remy shit again just because I am super petty and I really don't care. And
Yeah, let me know, sis. Let me know when we gonna do this read the room. Let me know.
oh, we were supposed to do it this week,
I
but
know. I know.
I'm cocked and loaded, so it's whatever. But
Let
I
me
feel
know
like
so we can go
we
ahead and lock
gotta
this in.
we
We
have
gotta
like
we
we
gonna have
have
to
like
do it now
three.
since
We
the
have like
man Marcus
three.
spilled a lot of beans the
Yeah,
other
we
day
have
on our
like
show
three.
Friday. We're gonna have to go ahead and do this ASAP.
We have like three that we have in the chamber, so we have to just pick our times, and when these niggas, they start talking again, we could be like back cow, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Release on them like. So we definitely we got it locked, so I'm not worried about that. We just gotta find the time to schedule to do it, but we have the content already there. But I'm gonna play this, and then I'm just we're gonna go on out.
On the beat, so it's a banger. Big Bronx. Reminisce. Rem, watch how you talk to me. I'm a mogul, bitch. You getting surgery in exchange for promo, bitch. I'm with gang on a yacht on some YOLO shit, and you keep jumping on my dick like a pogo stick.